So, you guys, you arrived at Absalom Station. You found Dorvor Creel, who was supposed to take you on into the Starfinder Society. And, you know, it's been a while since you've seen him, since you guys were out carousing all along Aposte.
Yeah.
And your warm reunion was quickly cut short in the middle of a fucking gang violence induced open fire in the middle of a docking bay shootout. Giant gaping burn wound through Dorvor Creel's throat instantly killed him. You managed to take out 2 members from each of the opposing gangs. One got away, and another you started to chase down before calling it and heading to the Lorespire complex, where you met Dorvor Creel's superior, a high-ranking Starfinder member named
Kisk.
Oh yeah, Jizz kissed.
Is the echo back? Sorry.
No, I don't hear the echo.
Nope.
No.
You got a referral for a friends and family and faction affiliated discounted place of accommodation called the
Go ahead, try it.
Moons of Sleep.
That is not what it was called, and you know it.
The Moons of Sleep is what it was called. It was a fairly nice place in the Eye. Let me go.
The northwest part of the Eye.
That's correct. That is correct.
You are correct.
Right about here. And the Eye itself was kind of like a fancier district. But the accommodations were very suitable, especially for Rue. And it was there that you acquired yourself a 1-week stay for now. In a lovely 2-bedroom suite.
For clarification, I do believe, Rue, tell me if I'm wrong here, I think that you only got 2 rooms?
It was a 2-room suite, yes.
Yeah.
2 key cards.
I'm sleeping in your hat.
Only 2 key cards.
No. My character was still offering his hat. I'm just saying because I just wanted to bring that up for story.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll sleep in your hat. Like a little tiny Tim.
Come on in. You come in.
Yeah. There are continued reports several times throughout this day 1 on Absalom Station,
of the mysterious ghost ship and what they are now calling the Drift Rock, where no crew members have been spotted alive, and the ship itself has been completely quarantined on the outskirts of Absalom Station. You have left your accommodations in the Moons of Sleep for tonight, and you decided you chose to head in towards the Puddles district, where you believe, based on some acquired intel on the space webs, that the Downside Kings, one of the 2 gangs, was known to be spotted. You also uncovered, after some excellent sleuthing, that the level 21 crew was located on level 21 of the Spike.
Yeah, we found that out.
Yeah.
It was late.
On the goddamn 21st fucking floor.
Questions were asked and immediately
We made it there, guys.
Some complex writing going on here.
It would be funny if they were on the 22nd floor.
Yeah, just to fuck with you.
Right.
Yeah.
Level 21 is their patsy.
They're like, the 21st floor wasn't available, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Cheaper rent.
expert organic analysis bot D1CK was trying to connect dots between the fact that one of the level 21 crew was actually disguised as like a belter, a miner out in the asteroids, that they potentially would have some affiliation with two of the corporate factions that you've become acquainted with. The Hard Scrabble Collective being the more blue-collar association of a miners guild, essentially, versus the Astral Extractions, which is a megacorp monster who is just one of these just sort of major corporations, like a Walmart almost. Like, you make it, you buy it, they make it. D1CK was using his jump to conclusions map and and inferring that perhaps they had some affiliation there. You all proceeded though into the Puddles district of the ring, and looking to find yourself a both drinkery and eatery, and it's there that you came upon the slowly climbing in fame Pudchuggers. And after spending a short period of time there, eating steak and drinking wine, burgers and beer, connecting to the Wi-Fi, that not only did Rue spot a very clear admirer, a four-armed Kasatha, who undoubtedly recognized him from his famous tournament win.
Wow.
But it was there that you
That's to
also
be
spotted several members of the Downside Kings enjoying a drink.
And murder.
And murder. You, using D1CK's ability to get in on that Wi-Fi and clearly identify their phones from some poorly named device names. Like King 21 to best, you easily were able to target them and sort of in a very close range sort of way, keep an eye on their movements based on their comm unit devices. You decided to lay in wait in a nearby alley and wait for them to leave the vicinity. You coaxed them out and accelerated this process by sending a very poorly forged email direct to one of the members' phones, in which D1CK forgot to remove his auto-inserted signature, which stated, from D1CK.
No, from Richard. Because remember they asked me if I was
Richard.
Yeah. So needless to say, they were not super surprised when they found you lying in wait for them. And the encounter turned bloody, but you kept one member alive, and you have him now in your clutches, in an alley somewhere off the beaten path, but fairly close to Pudchuggers.
So that we can do torture to him.
That is exactly correct.
I like it.
Are you guys hearing the echo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you prefer, echo or no echo?
Probably no echo.
Probably
Okay.
no echo.
I imagine
I'll
over
do
a
the
couple
voice.
hours it'll get pretty rough there. Alright, so we are resuming play here near Pudchuggers with you and a recently resuscitated member of the Downside Kings. Before we start, I want to see how this tried to set up some experience point allocations based on killing 4 gang members in the opening incident in Absalom Station, as well as taking down 2 and subduing a 3rd gang member near Pudchuggers. And I do believe, if I'm hopefully not mistaken, that during D1CK's digging, that you did learn that the Hardscrabble Collective actually hired the level 21 crew for protection.
Let me look at my
Did.
notes.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
So let me see. Let's see how this works. I'm just gonna try hitting some buttons real quick. Click a screenshot of it in case everything goes terribly wrong.
Where can we see where our experience points would be?
So apparently you can't. It would be on the party sheet, which you do have access to, but apparently the XP tab is not there. But I'm gonna see. I'm gonna click some things and see if it actually goes out into chat. Oh, there you go.
Hey. Also, you guys can
Nice.
hear me, right?
Let's see if that math's out right. Yep. Can hear you now.
Okay, good.
So if this comes out right, you all got 467 XP for your for your 2 fights spread across, basically,
We fucked
from
shit
each
up.
group that you fought in the initial encounter, and then this encounter that you just had. So that would be 1,500 divided by 3. Yeah, that's right, 467. Cool. And then you also learned, which was just some role-playing XPs, about the Hardscrabble Collective, which is another 133 XP each. If you see if you can see it on here. Well, you can't see it on here, but you all are at 600 out of 1,300 experience points now,
We're almost there.
towards level 2. You can see that, like, if you click on the little magnifying glass next to your class and level on your character sheet.
Class and.
It'll open up a little XP window.
Oh. So mine says I'm at 600 of 1,300.
That is correct.
Nice. Nice.
You also
Let's go murder a bunch more things. Let's do it. Let's get to the next level.
hey.
It only takes 3 more episodes.
You also, I believe D1CK, you were holding Dorvor Creel's comm unit and data
I
pad.
am. Yes, correct.
I'm gonna add that into your. Whoa!
Whoa.
What was that? Someone's mic is
Yep, it's
shooting
me.
lasers.
True lighting.
Oh, do we have a laser pistol?
Yeah. So D1CK did, and a battery. Basically, D1CK described himself as fleecing the gun and running the pockets of one of the gang members that you left in Docking Bay 94 before security showed up. Which is why he also had some extra credits that he already added last time. But he also has this extra battery and laser pistol on his unit.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, you can hear me. Okay.
Now you're on your.
I'm like furiously pulling cords out of my computer right now. I'm sorry.
Careful there.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go ahead and loot the other bodies of the guys that we just
Ah.
murdered.
That's a good idea.
Help.
Yeah, I'll take one. You take the other one.
alright, hang tight. Alright. Each of them, like a good, well-ordered member of the Downside Kings, underneath their common clothes has on a station wear flight suit. They all have their standard, I'll just call it a club, but basically it's like a nightstick that they all seem to have. And they all have a laser pistol along with an extra battery and a cred stick. I will, for both of them, add all their shit to the party sheet inventory, and then you can distribute it later as you wish.
How do you? Is there quick, easy? Can you just drag and drop things?
Sure can.
So if I wanted to take one of the laser pistols, I could just drag and drop it.
Try it. Drag the eye from. If not, you can tell
Oh,
me.
the
and I
eye.
can do it. Yeah.
Also, I'm trying one more thing before I
Oh.
give up.
Yep. There you go. You took it from the
Right.
party stash.
Put it into your dragon gear.
There's also a combined total of 300 credits.
I think I figured it. Oh, maybe. Can you echo?
Okay.
Can you hear echo?
I wish I could drag and drop the credits. I don't hear echo.
Do you hear Echo now?
Well, you and Richard were each looting, right?
Yeah.
So I can just split the credits between the two.
Perfect.
Am I back, baby? Do we hear Echo?
I do
No
not hear echo.
Did you hear voice mod?
I hear a slight voice mod. Seems a little different than.
Do you hear voice mod now?
No.
Like,
Shit. All right, never mind. Thank you,
Casey, you're quiet.
yeah. FML, bro. This is how I do it.
bud.
Okay. I've moved the credits around.
Oh, yeah.
Do you all want to see each other's inventory in that party window, or do you want me to keep it to private?
Let's keep it to private.
I like it.
Hmm?
I don't even have any.
Oh yeah, your mic's super quiet, Casey. I don't know. It's just.
I don't know.
weird.
Yeah, it's just voice mod thing. Voice
Oh.
mods, I'm telling you.
Oh, that's better.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. So you've looted two of the bodies near the alleyway where you were fighting. You are holding the one guy. I'd say it's probably still early evening. Like maybe 8 o'clock or something. What are you doing with this guy?
I can't wait to wake him up.
Let's interrogate the shit.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So are we just in an alley? Where are we?
We're still.
Alleyway?
Yeah,
I
we're still in
thought-
that alleyway.
The last thing I remember was Rue saying, "Let's take this guy somewhere private, like
Okay.
I don't know, a stairwell or past the alley. I don't know."
Perfect.
I don't think he'll be missed.
Take
Well,
the
wait.
nearest- Yeah.
We could take him to the 21 gang as an offering.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
let's see-
believe that
let-
was the original idea.
Let's see what we can get out of him first.
But first, we have questions of our own.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
What do you got? Spill the beans.
And I put my finger, which 7-foot man, hulking man, against his chest, and I hope that it like pushes him against. Yeah, answer the question, bub.
He's kind of
I put-
still. He's still dazed from being resuscitated by D1CK. He's like, what do you want? Where are my friends?
Don't make me spray you again, man.
I'm
Oh,
afraid.
There's some of your friend there, and there's some of them over there. There's a little bit of him over there. He blew himself up with a grenade. It's not a big deal.
They met an unfortunate end.
Who hired you? Why are you doing this?
I believe that you're in no place to ask questions.
At first, you guys shot me. Look at this shit. I still have a hole from where that one dude shot me in the chest. In my shirt, like it's just bare exposed chest. Like, I just got here. You fucking shot me in the chest.
I spritz Richard.
Yeah. And I don't like being shot at. It's one of the things I hate the most is being shot at.
It is true. He does not like being shot at.
Look,
I'm really trying to.
you. We were just defending ourselves.
I didn't even have a weapon out.
Is that what the miners was doing when you shot him up full of holes?
You sent us an email. You lured us out here, clearly trying to harm us. We were just trying to get home.
Yeah, well, we just wanted to talk to you, and then you started shooting the place up.
Point to the can.
Yeah. I sent that email. It was a great email. It was the best email.
He wasn't trying to hide anything. He put his name at the bottom.
Yeah, love D1CK. That's me. I'm the spray paint can man.
And you're about ready to love D1CK in a second, boy.
I go where places nobody wants me to go.
He's kind of looking around. He says, "Zaf and Hemi, they dead?"
Is that their names? And then I point over to like this one exploded guts from the guy that fell back to the grenade, and then the other dude that we just bashed to death. Those guys? Well, if those are the guys, then yeah, they're dead.
Tell us everything you know about the Megacorp. You working for him?
The Megacorp?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
We talking about the astral extractions. You working for him?
With
Because
So who's gonna be like who's the point person here? Because essentially, like with skills and aid, two of you would have to, and I would allow all three of you to aid on this since you're teaming up on this guy.
I think Rue should kind of be the lead.
Okay. And then you two
you know-
would just be like coercing or intimidating him.
It's like good cop, bad cop, and I'm hoping Rue is playing good cop.
I'll be bad can.
Yeah, bad cop, good cop.
Okay. Well,
Am I bad cop or good cop?
Well,
You're
the
good
two
cop.
of you in supporting roles here can
Yeah.
make diplomacy or intimidate checks.
Oh, baby, it's an intimidate all the goddamn way.
And
Both of
basically,
those are terrible.
if you beat a 10, then you give a +2 to Rue.
Listen, bro,
Nailed it.
I beat a 10 every goddamn day. I'm just looking for intimidate. I want to put this on my bar because I use
I once
this.
spray painted up a man's ass for fun. You answered the man's questions. Oh shit.
Oh, well, at least we got this guy.
Yeah.
Just
Alright.
barely miss it. Pound door's here.
Rue, you may add a +2. You can just use that modifier box and then make a diplomacy or an intimidate check.
Oh, I'm intimidated. So intimidated. I've got the knife, like my star knife, and I like toss it up in the air, and then I'll catch it, and then I'll even
Oh my god.
flick it up, and then I'll throw it at him, but I recall it like immediately to my hand. Huh. Interesting. So, of course we have some questions for you, friend.
He's looking very intimidated at the moment. He says, look. You did what you had to do, and so did we. If I tell you what you want to know, will you let me go home?
Oh, I don't know about that. Depends on how useful you are.
Besides, I think there's a few people that want to meet you.
Yes, we have a couple of friends that would very much like to make your acquaintance.
Probably over even a cup of beer. Cup.
So you're saying if I don't talk, or if I do talk, the results will be the same.
That's not true, buddy. One way you're gonna die real quick. The other way you're gonna die really slow.
Depends
can
on
see-
how useful your information is.
You can see the sweat building up on him.
We have very little incentive to let you go. As of
Look-
right now.
Look, I don't know who the higher ups take the jobs from or who they associate with, but I could tell you where to find those higher ups. But you've got to let me go because they'll fucking kill me.
We're gonna fucking kill you.
Please.
Who? Your
tell
own
you-
crew will
I'll tell
kill
you how to find the place. I'll tell you how to find the place and who to look for. I just want to walk out of here alive.
I wanna detect motive on him. I wanna see sense motive. Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
What do I shit. Fuck me. How do I do that? I need to run a check.
Be under your skills.
Okay, sense motive. Yeah, I'm sensing motive. Huh! God damn it.
You think that Rue is doing an extraordinary job with the whole fucking dagger thing, and this guy is like, and the sweat building up on him, it's just glistening under the artificial light of this alley. You think this guy is spilling anything he can to get out of here. You believe him.
All right, maybe we'll let you go if you do a good job spilling the beans. What's special about that meteor?
What?
Yeah.
The asteroid in space with the crew that died.
Your guess is as good as mine. I mean, the reports on the news are speculating anything and everything.
Why?
Why would I know about? He's almost laughing. He's like, yo, robots, interesting.
All I know is how to break bones. You're testing my skills here.
By bones, he means scrotes.
And I just make like this motion.
I mean,
like,
all I
over and
know
over.
is it's a big rock that was towed in by one of the mining ships. The news said it was the Acreon. They're calling it the Drift Rock now. I don't fucking know.
Well, why don't you tell us something you do know?
I'm still curious why Megacorp hired you.
Why are you fighting the miners?
You know about that?
Yeah, we know
Everybody in the
everything.
guy. I'm not even from this rock, and I goddamn about it. You're fucking loud as hell. Going around parading who you're working for.
Says, look. I don't have those answers. But if I tell you where to find the Fusion Queen, then you can
Ooh.
find those answers.
Go on.
It kind of just gets real. His body gets real tense. If I tell you, you let me go. Give me your word, please.
Look, Richard will let you go.
That's me.
Convince us to let you go. And I look at Rue.
He's looking more to Rue at this point than anyone.
I would really like for you to give me some useful information. I'm
He's still
really
waiting.
getting impatient. And this time I throw the knife and it gets just like enough to like graze his arm before I recall it. Like it's like getting closer.
Some wounds are too deep to heal.
Look, I have the information you want. I can tell you where to go and where to find some of my superiors. I will give you this information. I would ask your word that you let me go in exchange.
Now here's the problem with letting you go.
Well,
what would happen? We let you go and you go back to your little clan. Yes?
No, I will disappear.
Rue, I got a little experience in this part.
By all means, yes.
Little man, give me your wallet.
I hold my wallet up to him.
No, not you can. Little man. And he puts it. Hand me
Uh-oh. Your mic's cutting out.
Oh, your mic's cut.
Hand me your wallet. He wants the dude's wallet.
Yeah, I only have a cred stick on me.
Well, give me that too. I want all source. Okay, out of character, how do people keep forms of identity if not in the wallet?
Most people probably have, it'd be like part of like their comm unit, right? Like you'd probably just like pull up some like identification code or something.
I want all of that.
So
I want-
like he
Like, how would I ask for that?
He holds forward like his comm unit and like a cred stick that's got like basically some untraceable. It's like a burner phone. Like they're like basically like little USB cred sticks that have it's like like fucking cold storage for bitcoins or some shit.
I turn to Rue and I say, I used to run this spiel all over town, back on Appalachia.
Aposte.
Apostate. We'll have him working for us inside. And I scan his info, right? Is that how it works? I just scan it.
Yeah.
Okay. I say, all right, we'll let you go. And you know what? We may owe you a favor sometime. May owe us a favor. I don't really know how the situation's gonna go yet, but it's always good making new friends.
Did we get his information? Did we get his personal info?
I mean, if you got his comm unit,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
sick,
What's his name? I don't want to take it. I want to let him keep it, but I want
yeah,
him.
His name is Desno.
Oh, Desno. Desno. Guy we robbed.
he
Worth
hands you the stuff. He hears your words, Richard, and he kind of nods and says, "Look, downsides in the deeper parts of the spike. Level 99 is where you'll
Oh, God.
find the Fusion Queen. It's a nightclub. A front for the Downside Kings. Farani Nadaz herself could be found there most nights.
Sorry, who? What was the name again?
Farani
I always-
Nadaz.
I've spelled it wrong every time. She's the head of the whatever that gang is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Downside Kings.
Ferrani. Ah, there it is. Oh, I almost had it. No, I was nowhere close. Never mind.
Is there a secret password to get past the front of the Fusion Queen?
How do we gain access?
How do we get in for free? I don't want to pay no cover.
Desno.
There's no secret access, but
How do you
Like-
get in?
like any good nightclub. How do I get in?
Yeah.
They know me. I've worked with all of them.
They just let you in the front?
Desno gets in the back. And I look over at Desno
No
and I
one-
kind of.
No one but Farani and Rockalayo use the back.
Oh, shit.
We all go through the front, same as you would.
Do you guys have a patch or something that lets you in? Do they know you by your face?
You could take any of our patches, it won't do you any good.
I could take your life and it wouldn't do me any good. And I start punching the wall.
It's just kind of nodding.
Who is this Rockalayo?
Farani's bodyguard. Meanest fucking Vesk you ever met.
Shit. Sounds like we've got all we need out of this guy, guys.
I assume we've already like patted him down for his weapon and stuff. We probably would have done that beforehand.
Sure. Yeah, you
While he
taking
was
it,
unconscious.
or taking it or leaving it on the ground?
Oh, I'm taking it.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's not gonna be visible. Like, I don't
Yeah.
want him to rearm himself.
Alright.
Well,
I got one last question for you. Which one of your fingers do you like the least?
My left pinky.
I'll be taking that. Stick it out.
He kind of
I don't think we need to go that far, Can.
flinches. Is that
Oh,
really
it's-
necessary?
I don't think so.
Is your life really necessary?
But if you speak a word of this, we'll take your favorite finger, and that's
Nah,
probably
I
not on your
think
hand.
I'll go find work for myself somewhere out in the drift. He's just sort of like smirking.
Smart.
yeah, I kind of back up a little bit and let him like stand up.
Does he have
Oh.
any augmentations or anything? Like visual?
Nope.
He's just a dude.
He looks like pretty low on that ladder there.
All right, I kick him in the nuts and I walk away. Ah!
I can see the can. You kick it by like driving into it.
Just running
Does
into it
know.
like a kid
Yeah.
driving like a little big wheels into your leg over
Like
and over.
I
again.
walk under him and I jump up into his nuts.
Thank you for your information, Desno. Go on. Oh, one
Shoot.
more thing, just real quick. When we first entered this station, but a couple hours ago, it was kind of unfortunate, but I believe someone in your party killed a friend of mine.
Yeah, that's true.
And I just stare at him. I'm just looking at him.
He's kind of looking away at Richard, D1CK.
Oh shit, that's right. We should ask if he was responsible for that. If it was an assassination or an accident.
Would you care to tell me a little more information?
Who are you talking about?
Dorival Creole.
Dorvo Creel.
Who?
Adorable
Mhm.
Creole.
Got shot in the
I'm gonna-
fucking neck.
I want to tell if he's
Yeah,
is
yeah.
sense motive something you can just do?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do it.
I mean, you don't want to over abuse it, but yeah, in the middle of a conversation where things are being exchanged, of course.
D1CK sticks a little antenna out.
Yeah.
It emits radiation.
You, D1CK thinks he's got more to tell.
Hey! I thought you were being honest with us. It's making this awfully hard for us to let you go. And I grab his pinky.
And I put pressure back on him again.
Yeah.
And I pull my knife back out.
This antenna emits radiation that makes you go sterile and tells the truth, see?
Now, there's one thing you have to understand about me, Desno. I don't like lies. I don't like them at all.
And I don't like organic matter.
Desno, you may want to be clear here before you do something you're really going to regret.
Look,
I wanna
all
throw my line out
I
there.
know is we were ordered to go to the dock, prepare for level 21 crew presence, and if we saw a dwarf a little bit older, we're supposed to take the shot. I don't know why. I just know that if I didn't do it, I would be dead myself.
He's just a good soldier, boys.
Is he telling the truth? Do I sense his motive?
Yeah, no, you don't need to roll again. You believe he's
Yeah.
telling the truth.
Okay. Just doing your job, see? I get it. And I let go of his finger.
Just kind of recoils. I said, please, I don't know anything else. Please. Hold to your word and let me leave. You won't see me again. I will not return to the Kings.
What do we want to see you again, Desno?
I don't even have my comm unit.
You know, I'm pretty sure everybody's using e-cigs now, but Dick Pound pulls a big, huge Clublorian cigar. It's a great planet. And he just lights up and says, "Yeah, Des, we better start running along before we change our mind."
How does like tracking people work in this game? Can I like hack him to see where he is at all times, or is that like not a thing?
Not really. I mean, you can.
Okay.
You could try to do some interesting, creative stuff later on to see if he's like popped up on the radar at all in terms of like
Like
credit
news
card
and stuff?
purchases or news or
It's
yeah.
probably like Technomancer too. The
Yeah,
Technomancer class, right?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, like good computer skills can go a long way, but you gotta keep it within some level of reason.
Yeah, he's not augmented or anything, so like
No.
I feel like he's pretty low down on a chain.
Desno, if you are releasing your grip on him, is starting to back away and just starts jogging.
I am.
running.
Yeah.
And
Desno!
he
Do me a favor,
gets
like
the
as he's
fuck
running
out
away.
of here. Okay.
Another favor.
Yeah.
Clean your pants up.
He runs off, leaving the three of you alone just before 9 p.m. on your first night on Absalom Station.
We murdered a
Now-
lot of people.
Didn't we take the sigils off of the dead ones?
We have
You-
all. We have
You
three.
You
Okay,
have
I
all
just wanna
their
make sure we
gear.
did that.
You did not take the jacket or the flight suit
I want
off
the
of the
jacket.
guy that ran.
But we
Desno.
took his nightstick thing
You have
that you
his
said
nightstick.
all of them have.
Yep, you have his comm unit, you have his cred stick, which is another 150 creds in your party inventory.
Also, their
just three with-
uniforms did not identify them. They knew them personally, so we can't just like put on uniforms and walk in. Which sucks balls.
So, here you are.
Add 50
you-
credits to your inventory, guys.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah, if you
shit.
all add 50 each, that'd be great. I'll remove them from the party.
And then there's an extra club nightstick, laser pistol, and a fully charged battery in the party inventory.
Damn. Can I take that battery? Do you guys use guns? You don't use guns, right?
We use guns, but take it.
Sidearms
Well, I
are a
don't-
bad idea.
How many sidearms do we have in the party inventory?
I mean, we can sell them. I'm sure
There's
we
one
can
laser.
pawn them off
Dude,
somewhere.
just fucking go full on Matrix, just.
That's kind of what I have right now. All right, let's
open up
keep
your
it.
canister and there's just like fucking
Yeah.
walls of guns.
I'm like Bender.
Yeah.
I have I
let's-
have three guns, 3 pistols right now.
How many clips do you have for it? Maybe we should give you the clips. So you know now.
I have 1 clip, and then I have my pulse caster, but I don't really know how the ammo works on that one.
Pulse
I
caster.
mean,
It's non-lethal, yeah.
Pulse caster
No.
is.
Oh, 20 charge. It's a battery.
Yeah, it's a battery base.
Yeah, you're right.
And
So-
then,
Definitely
the
better.
usage means how many charges it consumes with each shot. So there are guns that are more powerful, but would take like 2 charges per shot. Yeah.
Which is what I
Do the batteries recharge?
You can recharge batteries, which is what D1CK was doing when you were at the hotel earlier this night.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, basically like on like your ship or on like a a station, like if you have some downtime, you can recharge your shit. Yeah,
Are there other uses for batteries?
of course. Unlock your
Such as?
imagination.
Okay. Wasn't sure if it's an imagination thing.
Imagination.
Imagination.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, man. Well,
You can rue deep down in your pants now.
just rue it.
We're actually singing this song as
I
we're walking down
believe
the
you
hallways.
can do it.
Guys, we have
So-
so much info.
Deep down in your
Cool.
pants now. Alright, now what are you doing?
who thinks that we should go down to level 21?
Oh.
We've got a couple options here. There's
Yeah, we do.
There's like the good, evil, and middle options. Like the good option would go back to Starfinder Society, which we're supposed to be going to. And the dude that hired us got shot through the throat, and we have all special effects. And then there's like the bad option, where we could go to the Kings of the Downside and be like, yo, we just fucked up a whole bunch of level 21s. Or we could go to level 21s, which are like the Robin Hoods. Either way, they're both linked to this big meteor floating around Absalon Station, and all the crew died. So we need to know, like, why is this thing important? And we could go through either of those 3 ways.
For whatever reason, I want to go to level 21 level first.
Yeah, I want to go there first. I think the logic is we're still reporting to the Pathfinders, but we're showing our resourcefulness.
Starfinder.
Starfinders,
Yeah.
that's what I meant. We're showing our resourcefulness in terms of getting information
Yep.
and doing.
So-
what
Make them
needs
more
to be
interested in
done.
us.
They
Yeah.
don't even know we're alive right now, but I can see us getting a shitload of info and going back and be like, surprise! And then
Yeah.
like, they're like, oh my god.
I think it'd be funny if they all think we're dead and like, new bunch of recruits dead, and then all of a sudden on the news,
Yeah.
these three new people, The Rock, just solve this big old
Wait, why did they think we're
crime
dead?
mystery.
Like we landed
Never
off
made
our
it there.
ship, and then there's a gunfire fight, and the guy we were meeting got shot in the face.
From
And then-
Starfinder Society, got shot in the neck.
And
Yeah.
and then we went to the Starfinder headquarters where we talked to the guy who pointed us in the direction of the hotel. They know we're
That's
there.
right. That's right.
Oh, did we?
That's
Okay,
right.
I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
remember, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Forgot
went to
about
this
that.
Lore Spire complex. A very attractive woman who brought out
Right.
2 security guards, but escorted you in to meet Chizkisk, who
Yep.
was
Oh,
Creel's
It's outside of the eye.
superior. Yeah.
The first thing we did.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And they said find the
and,
lore spark. Okay.
Basically, he revealed that from station security report he was able to pull up with his pool. Did report that the 2 gangs involved were the Downside Kings, the level 21 crew. I think at that point you only knew one of the 2 groups.
Okay.
And he was the one who also referred the Moons of Sleep as a place of accommodation.
he very clearly wants justice for his friend and longtime associate Dorvor Creel, and gave you all a signing bonus of 200 credits each, and is basically
Oh, yeah.
considering you under a trial period as potential Starfinders.
So his just to outside like recap. He just wants justice, or does he want us to find out what's really?
I mean, he wants it all, but basically, you caught an edge of like, a wish for vengeance, in the way he was talking about things. He seemed closer to Dorvor Creel than just someone who was his boss or superior.
Okay, so I'm thinking that we got a lot of information. We know where the 21 crew is. We know that the Downside Kings live between floor 0 and 21, and then 22 to 99. And on level 99 is like the super mega boss who's in some sort of club.
The nightclub.
We probably shouldn't go there yet.
Eventually. But I
Yeah.
want, again, the 21 level, I have a feeling by us confronting level 99 and Fernani and all the Fusion Queen,
Mm-hmm.
I think that we'll have common interests.
Mm-hmm.
But-
I want all the drinks tonight. Let's keep talking. I love it.
Hey, Fiddy, who
Yeah.
ultimately killed Dorvo Creel?
Well,
We
based
don't
on
know.
the interrogation you just had, it sounds like a member of the Downside Kings was ordered to take the shot at the dwarf.
But we
Yeah,
don't know if the level 21 crew is also supposed
Well,
to
exactly,
shoot
which
down.
is
Yeah.
what I'm wondering.
Yeah,
I'm
there's
wondering. I'm
a lot of
wondering what
loose
we're trying
ends.
to get.
There's a lot of loose ends in there. I don't know.
But the order was if they saw level 21 to open fire. So maybe they thought, well, why would he be part of the level 21 crew?
He wouldn't be. They would be targeting him for a specific reason.
Yeah, he was the one who went down first. He started, like, his death started the whole gunfight. So there's something special about this dude. He knows something.
So I guess the question is like, what do we want to get? What information do we want to get from the level 21 guys? And are we just showing that we have a common enemy? Is that like our approach to this whole thing? Are we trying to give them information for information?
Do you guys want
Let's-
to get recruited by them?
Let's talk to them first a little bit more skeptically. I think that when we go in there, if we show too much of an eagerness, they're gonna have the upper hand. I've been dealing with my whole life. Same mob bosses here and there. They all thirst for the power. They crave it. Don't
What-
give it to them.
What if we approach them saying that the opposite gang shot our guy in the throat, and we wanted, and like we know the order was if any 21 crew was there to open fire, and we want to know if he's part of the 21 crew or why they targeted him first.
Cause wait, it was the Downside Kings that targeted him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we don't know if both sides were
Oh, that's true.
targeting him. So I guess my
And we
question
get
is
killed
like,
both.
what information are we trying to get from 21
should-
crew?
We should
With
figure out
Becker.
why he was special.
And I'm still curious about what's with that rock.
Yeah, like there's obvious ties to the rock. Like we should figure out what that feels like
There's-
an overarching.
So
Yeah.
are we offering our services or are we
We
just
for
trying to
information.
investigate it?
Let's go investigate and be like, hey, our guy got shot in the neck. What do you know about it? And then see where it leads from
Listen.
there.
I don't think we should offer our services, but I think that our services are going to be rendered. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that if we walk in there giving information to get information and just kind of see where the chips lie as far as where everybody's allegiances are, we might get some more information as to why that guy was being, like you said, why that guy got shot in the neck.
If they ask for our services, should we agree to it?
Depends on how good the deal is.
Yeah.
I do
Depends on
like
how
a good
the
deal.
is.
All
Of
right.
course, we could also say we're otherwise indisposed currently.
I
Which
can
we
tell,
are.
kid, man. You do look like a good deal.
I say we spray paint this way. And I start.
All right, we go find. We go look around for a lift.
And then we go to the 21st floor.
Actually, and on the way, Are there any like pawn shops along the way? Do
There's a
we want to try to
Weeble
get rid of any of the guns or things?
The neophyte Starfinders mulled over the many options.
Oh no,
You gotta-
your mic flipped out.
Vinny, you're
No,
gone.
no.
Hello?
There you are.
Hello.
Hello?
Yep. We hear you now.
Yeah.
The
You gotta
many-
eat that mic.
The many options were mulled over in the minds of us new neophyte Starfinders.
Nope.
as they
Once you go up high.
pondered- Fuck you!
It's got a clipping thing in it, so when you go up high, it just clips it out.
Maybe further away.
There you go.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's working.
Neophyte Starfinders.
It just doesn't like that word.
I swear to Christ.
Our neophyte starfinders pondered their many options as they skulked about in the shadows of Pudchuggers. Having let Desno run free, they mulled over each and every opportunity that they could seize. 21 crew, Downside Kings, return to the Starfinders, learn more about Dorvor Creel. None of that would stop Rue from unloading some of the new fucking metal he had weighing him down. You head to a pawn shop.
Are we tracking our encumbrance this time?
We will be.
Are there any weapons that you want to get rid of?
So-
Fellow friends?
I got a question. So when we have like a party inventory,
Yeah.
should we split that up, or like how is that?
You can just grab it if you want to.
we will need to distribute it for weight carrying purposes. But
Yeah.
I'm fine leaving stuff in there for a little while. Like
Okay.
if you're just going to sell some shit, then who cares?
Yeah, I don't care
If
for
you
it.
want to leave stuff in there that you don't care about that you want to sell later, we can keep that more abstracted and it just becomes a conversation of how you're hauling it and other stuff. But for this, it's fucking gives a shit. So yeah, just leave it there. That's the case.
Let's go sell our shit and divide the money.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey now. You skulk about for a little bit before D1CK is able to pull up a bit of a quick search, and you find Kahina Ares Tobacco and More Megastore.
I hope you boys like tobacco and more.
That's like the little blurb that comes out from your screen, like the
It's
ad.
not even my voice. Yeah. Tobacco and more. This way, gentlemen. And I spray paint off.
You head to a place that's kind of like equal parts 7-Eleven, equal parts just fucking weird pawn shop emporium.
We walk in.
Oh my god, they have tacos with rivets.
They do. They do. And instead
Is
of
that-
sour cream, they've got machine grade grease.
Is that motor oil spilling off of the hot dogs?
You
Maybe.
you come across a burly tank topped Vesk.
Vesk. Wait, I speak Vesk, I think. I do speak Vesk. D1CK walks up to the Vesk and speaks in Vesk. Hello, fellow traveler.
Hi, how are you?
I am fine. Thank you. We are here to sell our goods. We've taken them off of dead bodies from an alley. Behold, laser pistols, grenades. How much will you give us for these items?
Hold on a minute.
I can't understand anything that you're saying, so I just walk up and say, "Hey, friend, my name's Ven. We have some items that we'd like to sell.
Pay no attention to him. I can barter better.
Hey, sure. What are you selling here tonight?
What do we got?
We have a few laser pistols.
We have pew pew pistols.
What you could do, actually, let's try this. You should be able to drag stuff from your personal inventories into the party inventory window for shit you want to get rid of.
Yeah, so if you guys want any of the batteries, I don't know what you need.
I would like an extra battery.
Where
take
is the
that
party
shit.
inventory?
In the
So
party
if you
window.
go to party sheet and then on the right there's tabs and just
Oh
go to
shit! I didn't see the tabs.
I'm taking the club thing because
So yeah, take
want
take
that.
what you want, add what you want to pawn, and then we'll do it all at once.
Now, for the station wear flight suit, is that what I need to show the level 21 gang, or is it just like obviously I can't wear it, right? Probably too big for that shit.
It's
No.
probably just the next
it should fit you. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
our suit because I have one too.
Station
Oh,
flight
oh.
suit is considered light armor. Has a kinetic armor bonus of +1.
I thought I just picked.
And it's basically, yeah, it's kind of just like a sleek flight suit. You see, it's pretty almost like worn as common wear, like people wearing like tracksuit yoga pants.
Okay. Oh, I see. That's not like.
So it's basically just another type of light armor.
We have a laser pistol. I've personally seen it kill 2 people.
So right now there's only 2 laser pistols in the inventory. Is there anything else you're selling?
Okay, and just so I'm
What
clear,
else
my
you
second
got?
skin, is better to have than my flight suit. Yeah.
I believe that is a yes. Let's just take
So selling the flight suit's
Yeah.
not a big deal.
flight suit's way shittier than the second skin.
Okay, I'm just
Oh.
making sure what I'm seeing here.
If that's the case, I'll keep my second skin too. I thought that was like necessary equipment, but if it's not, then fuck it.
All armor is considered to have stuff necessary to basically breathe for a limited period of time in the vacuum of space.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I also have another.
Basically, the usual environmental protections of armor are concealed in the design of the outfits. The grade of armor, business, casual, elite, flight suit refer to the quality of garments, not the style.
I also have a laser pistol and a vocal modulator.
You're selling your.
I don't know, maybe if he gives you a good price for it.
They won't. So basically, pawning stuff in Starfinder is pretty awful.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm gonna roll with it for now, but I might change it later. But
Sure.
the raw rules say that like stuff only pawns for 10% of like.
Oh.
Okay.
okay.
value.
If that's the
Holy
case,
shit!
Yeah, no. Let's
I
make
may
You have to find a
I may
fence?
retcon. Can't if it's 10%, it's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
worth trying
We'll sell
to
to
get
the
anything
21
for it.
gang.
We'll
Sell
give
to
it
the
away to
21
kids.
On second
no.
thought,
Good idea.
your establishment is shit.
10% is pretty garbage. We could have a quick chat about it. Like, I mean, I get why they're doing that, but it feels too far to me. And I've heard and read some stuff about basically credit income being a real problem in this adventure path.
Here's
What-
my
how do you
suggestion.
how do you feel about a bartering situation that could go anywhere from like 5 to 50%, something like that?
Yeah. That sounds good to me.
Yeah, I mean that sounds pretty good. I guess that makes sense. I don't know how much laser pistols are worth.
Yeah, as I say, and just out of curiosity, because I have a very good a bartering tactic as a muscle man. How much would you say, on an average, at a pawn shop, what we have in our inventory would go for? The reason I'm, because I'd like to feel like I would kind of have a little bit of a know, because I hate going into like a pawn shop
Yeah,
and
well,
being
you
totally blind
you
to the
can
cost
look
of
at
stuff.
you can look at what,
They're
I mean,
350.
yeah, you can look at the face value
Brand
when
new.
you buy that shit off of from fucking astralextractions.com.
So brand new laser pistol of the kind that we have is worth 350 each.
Tell you
So-
what,
I'd say
I'll follow-
at most you'd get 50% back of that surface value.
I
So,
will file off
That's
the
if we
encoding.
sell 2, we could potentially get up to 350 credits.
Correct.
Potentially.
I have one that I want to sell as well.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it
If
could
you're
be
selling
more
something,
than.
put it in the party inventory.
Oh shit. Okay. Inventory.
I'm looking up like, shit, heavy armor, light armor.
I dragged it in, but it didn't give a +1 to anything.
Drag
Oh,
the
did you
eye.
drag the eye?
Oh, there we go.
And then the flight suits are worth 95 each.
Yep.
About 100.
If-
I will
if they
gladly
were new
file off the serial
If they're-
numbers.
and
not
not
at a
shot
pawn shop.
with holes and stabbed with solar weapons.
Well, to be fair, I don't think either one of us were wearing those.
No,
No,
but the people you killed were.
Oh, did we
We-
take that off of them?
I mind
Yeah.
blasted one of them to
How
death.
did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, how
I-
did we get them off of them when their body was like infused? With
I didn't know
the
that
suit
we
was going
took
into their inside.
everything.
There's
I
blood
didn't
all
think-
over them.
I didn't equate that as we took the flight suits.
Well,
Like
I
we should
mean-
just
straight off their back.
Probably still had some like fucking under, like some long johns underneath or something.
Some underoos.
guys, if we murdered them and it's their flight suits, they're soiled. They literally shit in them, probably.
Yeah, let's
That's
try
why
and
we're
get
selling them at a
20%
pawn
off
shop.
it.
You
I don't
only
want
get-
them.
This is why you only get 5% at most.
Yeah.
I'm gonna file serial numbers off
I
the
would-
guns.
I am totally open
Okay.
to a percentage bargaining system. Obviously, depending on your tactic, the person on the receiving end, and how they receive that tactic, as well as the condition of the goods, can affect that percentage. Yeah. So
Yeah.
what I would propose is someone gets to roll a D100 percentage, and then I will add modifiers based on all of the other variables to that result.
So don't roll it right now.
So I would consider this like a semi-multi-stage thing where you have to, you gotta talk to the guy or person, thing, whatever, and then
It's a Vesk.
beyond that conversation, then I would ask for. So I mean, it would probably be a bit of like a role-play skill challenge initially.
All right, going for it.
So, talking to the Vesk inside the mega store.
Hello, my 7-Eleven worker. How are you tonight?
What can I get you?
We have goods to sell you.
What do you got?
We have 2 soiled flight suits and 3 laser pistols.
Soiled flight suits.
Yes, there is much blood on them.
Is this a comment?
Ken, take it easy.
Are you speaking this in a language we all understand? Or
It's all Vesk.
okay.
Does anyone know Vesk?
I do.
I am 90% sure that I do not, and let me just double check my
He's
languages.
just kind of like smiling towards the two of the humanoids and says, "Your translator bot's really striking up a bargain here."
And then
Please
I
don't-
nod back.
please
Guys,
He says this in
Don't
comment.
listen to him. If you would like to have a proper conversation, I'd be more than willing to
do
barter
not
with
listen
you.
to my slave. He knows nothing.
Please don't listen to him.
Is he talking back? I don't understand common people language.
D1CK, make a diplomacy check. Rue,
Oh god damn it.
you also make some sort of check. I don't know if you're being diplomatic or.
I'm not being intimidating, so I assume diplomacy is my other option.
Diplomacy, Joe.
Whoa!
He's like, he's looking at Rue.
Yes.
This, you should get your bot service there. I could take a look at it if you wanted.
I might actually take you up on that.
See, he's got like a bunch of just random workshop equipment next to like the rolling, strange hot dog-like meats.
I
What?
believe this part is malfunctioning, and I expose my robot dick.
Which is just like a circuit USB.
Yeah, I grab it and I like lift it.
I would apologize, but I don't think there's any fixing this one, I'm afraid.
Very good, very good. What do you got there? He's kind of looking to whatever you're putting on the counter.
So
through the
I'd-
cage that he is behind safely?
I will not insult your intelligence. Clearly, you know your way around weapons. Here, why don't you just take a look at what we have? And I just present them. I like slide it under the bar, like whatever setup they had, a little tray that you put things in.
Yeah.
I am
Common-
willing to
common
modify
pistol?
the pistols.
Common pistol, but good weapon.
I believe they're pretty sturdy, solid,
Yeah, they're
not
pretty good.
too much wear.
He's kind of looking at him. He's like, no batteries though, huh?
I could throw in a battery.
I could make these pistols untraceable.
We do have that option, I suppose. While
want-
our clever little bot here sometimes speaks out of turn, he does pay for himself.
All right. Rue, why don't you roll a percentage die?
Oh, your mic's pretty quiet.
Yeah,
Pretty quiet mic.
Rue,
There
why
you
don't you roll some percentage?
Oh.
Percentages.
No, Palador, no.
Percentage me.
Don't worry, he's ruining them.
Here it comes. Yeah, ruin it.
Did you say ruin?
Yeah.
Ruin
Oh,
them. Nice.
89. What?
Oh.
83? That's not
Okay. Cause got some pretty nice gear here. I'll give you 45%.
That is a deal. You should take it, Rue.
I take a moment as if I'm thinking about it.
But you're throwing
No.
you're throwing in that battery you mentioned.
Then I say 50%.
45.
And you should give us a pack of space bubblegum.
47.
Fine, 47. Just fucking throw in the battery.
All right. I throw in the battery. Let me grab it real quick.
And the bubblegum.
He
Wow, that's a lot.
plugs in a cred stick to one of his machines, and you see it totaling up the numbers till it reads on an LED 609 credits, which he slides over to you as he pulls the equipment through to his side of the gate.
So we all
So-
get 203.
Yeah.
You all want to add
535.
203 credits each. I will remove that from the party.
Uh,
Sorry.
I do have one more question for you. Do you happen to have a quick released sheath by any chance that I could use as use in armor?
Yeah, I got one of them.
I'll take it.
Quick release sheaths. It's slightly used, and you give me some good business. So I'll give it to you for 300.
Deal.
I love how you're buying this from a 7-Eleven.
Oh yeah. But it's a Vesk. Of course I'm gonna buy it from a Vesk.
It's Kashina Ares Tobacco and More Mega Store, robot.
I did not say that out loud. I hope.
What's the sheath do? I don't even get it.
You guys already added your credits. I'm gonna remove them.
Yeah.
I just removed the 300 for mine. I should be set on
Okay.
how much I have.
Sheath. I haven't
So
done any equipment.
the quick release sheath can go into an armor upgrade slot. Rue with a second skin has one upgrade slot. But basically, you can put this in the armor somewhere, and a one-handed weapon of your choice, of no more than light bulk, can be slotted into the sheath itself. You can activate this upgrade as a swift action to either conceal or draw your weapon.
Perfect.
That's what I wanted.
That is what I wanted.
I'm gonna make a.
Do I need to add that somewhere, Pity?
Yeah, I'm gonna add it for you here.
Cool.
I'm making a culture check to see if there's a way that I know that vests say thank you. Nice.
One sec. I am forging a second skin with quick release sheath right now.
I love that that is a thing that you're doing.
forging. I love that.
Yeah,
I
there's
love
like
that
a
you
there's
can
like a
forge things.
forge thing.
There's a
There you
GUI
go.
for it.
There you go.
Perfect.
Cool.
All right, and I'm gonna put my my dagger in there.
Okay, cool. And then D1CK, what are you doing?
Making a culture check to see if I know how to say thank you in Vesk.
Okay. 14, yeah. And I mean, you speak the language. You definitely know how to say thank you at desk.
Fuck you. You're a racist, sir, and the brown stains are shit. And I walk out.
All right.
Are you purposefully insulting him?
Yes. He called me your slave. Of course I'm going to.
Did you say that in Vesk?
Yeah.
I don't know what he just said, but I apologize. And then I had to just walk out. Nice doing business.
All right. He just kind of grunts and nods as you head back out into the ring of Absalom Station. You unloaded some metal, upgraded your second skin. What are you all doing?
Richard, do you have that other club that
Yeah.
do you want to hold on to it? Do you want me to hold on to it?
Yeah.
I've got the others.
It looks like it
produced
turns
them.
on.
You're like shaking it. You got it up to your ear. You're like shaking it.
Looks like this thing turns on. Makes me hit harder. I'll take it.
That's the club stick that we are giving to the 21 crew.
Okay. Yeah, no, I mean,
Because those are the clubs that the bad guys, whatever
you
they're
don't
called.
you don't
the
you don't feel like the
downside
club would do
kings.
more damage than your hammer, Richard.
Okay, well then, sell it.
Plus your hammer is bad.
No. Give it to me. We're giving it to 21. The 21.
Gotcha.
dudes, if we're going there, because it's like saying it's like cutting off thumbs.
Yeah.
Like, look who we killed.
All right.
Yep.
All right, let's go find an elevator and let's hit
You're
21.
Yeah, let's fucking do it.
Okay. You make your way to an elevator, and about an hour later, you are getting off an elevator and arriving.
Jeez, it takes
on...
an hour.
Dude, this I'm trying to. We've been extracting the scale of this place into the small spectrum a bit too much. I think.
Yeah,
I like to think of it as at least the fucking size of New York City here. You know, like this is a pretty fucking big place.
Yeah, I guess if you went and found a subway.
Yeah.
And take
So,
like 30,
yeah, but
45 minutes.
yeah. So by the time you get there, you get your instructions, whatever. You get down to level 21. 21 levels down in Spike.
Guys, I have a good feeling about this.
I have a good feeling about you not speaking.
I am a robot. My speech is perfect.
Now there are literally hundreds of levels that extend below the main deck of Absalom Station's radial plane, which is the ring, the eye, all the arms, all that shit. The downside, which you are collectively within right now, in the Spike, is simultaneously the most crucial and arguably least appreciated region of this planetoid. There is vast machinery, which D1CK can quickly surmise is responsible for the station's life support, the defenses, probably most of it largely misunderstood by the engineers who maintain them. But this is the poorest area of Absalom Station. But here you are on level 21.
D1CK wants to look at the elevator and see how many numbers it goes up to.
Yeah, is it like the Willy Wonka where it's like just lining like all the way around? Every wall has like a button you can push. I'm sure it's digital. There's like a screen you can probably just type shit in.
On this particular elevator, there is 125 levels.
Whoa. So the place that the main Mega Queen is at, that's not even the end.
That's
No.
not. Yeah.
It's not
It's
close.
level 99. No.
99.
No, there are hundreds of levels in the spike.
Multiple
This
100.
particular one that we're
But the
on.
the lower you go, the less inhabited and the more, or I'd say the less maintained those regions are.
Are there any kind of like graffiti or anything on the inside of the elevator? Specifically
yeah,
around the 21?
Well, I mean, the elevator doesn't change.
Is it a big elevator? Is it like a freight elevator? Like,
I mean,
is,
like
is
the
it-
number.
Yeah,
It's not like a personal elevator. It's,
Yeah.
it's like big space, maybe with even chairs.
It-
It takes a long
it's-
time.
It smells like the washroom that I'm about to go to and take a 5-minute break. Clear back.
Oh, it smells good.
I like the idea that there's like it's like a subway where you like sit down and it's like.
Yeah.
All right, so
Complete.
let's go over our full plan here before Fiddy gets back.
Yep.
He's listening while he pees.
I thought I saw him take his headphones off, but
Oh,
you
okay.
could be right. Okay, so we're basically we're gonna present our knights, our sticks. Hey, we're not friends necessarily, but we're not your enemy, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And what we want to find out about is the asteroid. Yeah.
Yes, and we have to tactfully see if they were supposed to kill Doroval Creel, or if he was an innocent bystander from the attack.
Okay.
So it's
Okay.
going to be hard because they also could have been tasked with killing him.
Yeah, we'll have to play that smooth as fuck, or we're gonna get into some hairy shit.
Yeah. But I think we're their friends, and we should convince them that we are their friends, and then hopefully they give us info and maybe like a side mission or something. And then
Yeah.
we'll get in good with the gang.
I guess so. Is it just those two things that we want to know about? Because like I know Fiddy went over all the Starfinder stuff that we're supposed to be doing, but
The Starfinder dude just wanted like revenge, basically. He
Yeah.
wanted to know who killed that guy. So if we can get it out of these people, then we get bonus points from the Starfinder Society. And
Yeah.
also, we could go the evil route and learn the ins and outs of the 21 people, and then turn them into the club at level 99.
you mean pit them against the Kings? Downside
Yeah.
Kings?
Yeah, we could go to the club on level 99. That's like the headquarters of the Kings, from what I'm understanding. And just be like, hey, here's these people, here's the passwords to their elevator, and he's back.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. I like that idea. I wonder if we should do recon first.
Yeah, definitely recon. We should know everything we need to know about level 21.
Okay, let's do recon first then.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So
Like really slow.
and it gets stuck and it just
Yeah.
Welcome to level 21!
level 20, level 21.
Good as new. We're here.
all right, you get off at level 21. I mean, it's I don't know. It's really more of like a middle to lower class neighborhood. Right where you are is not very commercial. Looks like a station elevator that's really more in kind of like neighborhoods and like a mix of neighborhoods and like projects than anything.
Are there people around?
Yeah, there's all kinds of people.
What predominantly is the race of people that we see? Or is it mixed?
It's quite mixed, really. Yeah, there's. I mean, Absalom Station in general is very humanoid, or very human dominated. I'd say, whereas like most areas you've been so far have been about like 80% humans, this is more 50 to 60%.
And do we notice anything special about any of these people, like armbands or colors of clothing or jackets or any of that kind of stuff?
I mean, I see we like we're walking down the street. We're getting a feel for this. We're definitely not just standing there. Definitely walking, moving.
Becoming part of them.
D1CK, you notice kind of like a bodega with a bunch of sort of round tables and chairs like outside the storefront all around there. You see a lot of interesting figures seated at those tables about 2 blocks off in the distance. It's kind of like as the neighborhood starts to open up, there's this main street that runs perpendicular to where you've been walking from the elevator. And this street in particular looks to be a bit more commercial.
So I see a storefront and there's some people sitting in front of it.
Yep, it's a corner store essentially.
And is there something special about these people that catches my eye?
I mean-
you notice they look a bit tougher
they-
than the other people you've been passing on your walk so far.
Do they look like the 21 guys that jumped us? Like, because they were dressed up as miners, right? Is there any of that kind of similarity?
You could all make perception checks.
Who I will perceive.
See my tease.
Did not perceive well. No one did. Looks like them, all right.
I mean,
Yeah,
13's
two
not
rolls there.
terrible.
Richard is the new Palador of Starfinder.
I don't ever want to hear anybody complain about bad rolls again unless they roll fucking 12 ones in 3 sessions. I don't want to hear.
You're racking them up, man.
I
I
don't
mean,
wanna hear anything.
like this character has been natural 1 free for this many games, 0 for now. But
Yep.
You should do it based off the number of times that we roll. This character has been 1 free for the past 10 rolls.
oh man.
False.
D1CK, you had already noticed this place from afar. You're not really sure about the people as you get a bit closer. It's clearly a crowded, more run down part of the station, but it's not really a slum by any means. And there's quite a congregation of people at these tables outside this corner store bodega. Other people traffic, creature traffic, whatever you want to call it, continues up and down both sides of the street. You all stand opposite on the other side of the street from this corner store that you were eyeballing.
These people look a little more tough than usual. Should I connect to their Wi-Fi?
Sure, I was gonna go up and just talk to him, but that could be a good idea.
Attempting to connect to Wi-Fi. Unsuccessful.
You find no bars, no networks.
God damn it. I hate it when I can't get it up.
What are you doing?
Let's try vocal communication.
Very well. All right, so we
Yep,
we
I'll walk up with you.
Okay.
We're all walking out.
You're all walking up. You see the name of the store this bodega is called Mama Fats.
Oh, I love Mama Fat.
like, is that
and
PHAT?
you
Because it is to me.
You are the subject of many strong glares from all those sat outside.
That's technically Mama Fats's, but I will get technical.
Is there? I mean, is there like are they drinking? What are they doing? They're just sitting there. Are they smoking stuff? Are they?
They're smoking stuff, eating snacks, and just sort of hanging out.
All right, I'll walk up and I'll initiate conversation.
Do it.
You know, smoking increases the risk of cancer. I enjoy cancer. Can I smoke with you?
Forgive my friend. He sometimes speaks his mind.
The stern-faced human who happens to be unfortunately sat right near the door, smoking on the cigarette, just kind of draws it in and just sort of gestures in towards the doorway and is just sort of like looking off into space, essentially, ignoring you.
My friend Richard also enjoys a good smoke.
This is true.
I'm sorry. Is he offering us this to go
No,
in the
he's
store?
gesturing towards the door, yeah.
Like, leave us alone?
Yeah.
Perhaps my friend could show you the true meaning of a fat, blunt smoking session.
You,
I still have the cigar in my mouth from earlier.
you see a very short, squat, rotund figure, just like the silhouette, starts to head towards the door. And as it gets closer through the screen door, you see what appears to be a overweight halfling woman.
Mama Fat is.
She graces our presence.
Oh,
Am I mistaken? But are you not Mama Fats is?
What can Mama Fats do for all you?
Oh shit. I guess correct. We
I don't need you riling up my customers. Just tell me what you want, and I'll see if I can help you.
oh, well, we apologize. This is our first time on the 21st floor, perhaps.
Believe me, Dark One. We ain't seen none of you around here ever before. None of us.
we are sorry that we ganged up on you on the 21st floor.
Mama Fats, what's that? What's that smell? Is that broccoli you have hanging from your apron?
I'm in the middle of making a stew.
It smells quite divine.
Well, thank you. It is quite divine.
Uh-oh.
Are you making? Do you have extras, or are you selling your wares, your food?
Well, I
It's
sell
been a while since we've had a good.
all kinds of groceries, and we have a bit of a menu that I put together myself in the back here.
I believe by menu
I-
she means her snatch.
I don't do groceries, but I would love to take a look at your menu. And
Well,
any
stew-
wine, if you have any.
The stew won't be ready till tomorrow, but believe me, it's worth it.
I'll be back, and I won't regret it.
Well,
I'm using all my taglines.
I've got some wines, and I got a bit of a griddle here. I do some pressed sandwiches, quite popular with the local community. And beyond that, we've got sort of raw organic salads. Best you could hope for on station here.
Organic, huh? We'll take some sandwiches.
Organically grown
And
in Absalom Station.
we'd also love to get a couple bottle of wine for your customers that we disturbed. We apologize.
Absolutely.
Aren't you the gentleman? Color me mistaken.
I am a robot. It is impossible. Color is a color. Not
Wait.
mistaken.
We are
Ignore
just
him.
new.
New, huh? Sure.
Arrived less than 12 hours ago.
You said 2 bottles of wine?
Sorry, what?
You said 2 bottles of wine?
I mean, how many people are there? Does it look like 2 bottles would? Let's do 3.
Nice.
3. 3 for them, none for you.
No, I'll definitely take 1. Let's do 4 then. A
5.
decent one.
Just make it 5, you know?
Medium decent.
Do you have pure, unfiltered alcohol?
She,
Or oil.
she starts gathering up the sounds of clinking bottles as she's putting 1, 2, fucking 5 bottles of wine on the counter.
God.
Three of them are red, 2 of them are white-ish. This is this is all I got on hand here, but hopefully this will do. And you said you wanted some food?
Yes, please.
I
By
would
all
love
means, I'm famished.
Do I call you Mama or Miss Fats?
Mama
What do you like to
Fats.
go by?
Everyone calls me
Fats.
Mama Fats.
Mama Fats. That soup smells so lovely. I'm just curious. Can I go off of a recommendation of what you would say is your best item on the menu here?
Well,
Um,
I'd say my pressed mushroom and broccoli sandwich with some
I'll take
melted
it.
aged station cheddar is
Oh.
a very, very common favorite.
Yes, please.
Do you have
I-
some
Like-
kind of? Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no.
I
Yes.
detect from under cheese.
Some kind of lean meat would be fantastic, please. And anything else that you feel would fit with that?
While I'm pressing the sandwich, I could put some thinly sliced meat on the grill as well, slightly
Yes.
grilled.
Some
Like
of your
that?
organic meat.
You like that rare
Yes.
Or-
Oh yes.
char grilled?
I would like to think that a good vet could still save it. That's the kind of rare I would prefer.
Okay.
Do you have a recharge station? What is the password to your Wi-Fi?
We don't have none of that Wi-Fi's here, okay? And recharge, I'm afraid not. I'm afraid not. My little friend, she's kind of like leaning over the counter, looking at me.
I suppose I will just die in the corner, silently.
She nods and heads into the back kitchen area, and you can hear her chopping and preparing a few things.
I want to
Um,
bring all the bottles of wine and set them down in front of.
Okay.
Or actually, Richard, why don't you grab the bottle of wine, the bottles of wine, and
Oh, can I carry one?
Yes, I'm gonna put it on your head.
I've got ice in my chassis. Yeah, R2D to me.
Yeah.
I'll grab one, my bottle of wine, but the other ones are coming out.
Okay.
You head out to the customers who are hanging about. Bring them some
Yeah.
wine.
Yeah.
You basically just left like a counter area with like bars, some stools and shit like that.
Before we leave
Yeah.
Mama Fat's company, and do we eat before this all happens? Or are we eating in the same place that we order and then bring? Oh, I guess it doesn't make sense.
So basically, you
assume
choose,
that-
she's back there making food right now. There's a counter
Okay.
with some stools where she
Okay.
just took your order. You could choose to sit there or find one of the open tables outside.
Gotcha. Okay. So we're gonna go. Let's go talk to that table first.
Yeah. Let's bring the bottles of wine out. I mean, because I assume it's all part of her. We're not trying to like dine and dash. Kind
No,
of
no,
thing.
no, yeah, no. She doesn't think so. She doesn't seem
Okay.
too worried about it. Okay. You bring some wine out. People are looking at you a bit quizzically. One guy's just like, "That's for us."
Of course, it's for you. You look like hard workers. Why should you not delight in the delicacies of this fine wine?
Wow, that's mighty kind of you. Name's Joe.
And my name's Rue. Nice to meet you, Joe.
Well,
Friends call me Dick.
thank you kindly, Rue, Dick. And like he kind of like gestures towards the others at his table and the other tables nearby, and they all kind of like look at you peculiar like for a moment, but they kind of like nod as if it's like, okay.
Well, this is our first time here. We haven't been in Epsilon Station but for 12 hours now, I believe.
It's crazy the things you'd find here. Check this comm device I found laying around, and then I kind of just pull up Desno's comm device, and I'm wondering if they recognize anything on it. I'm just like naively flipping through everything as they see it. seeing if they recognize anything and just reading the reactions.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm
It's
looking.
like his
I'm looking
family pictures.
right at Joe as he said
He's got his arm around all of his downside king buddies. You know, they got beers, they're thumbs upping, hazing somebody.
Make a perception check.
Are we
was
all
almost-
perceiving?
That was
Sure.
almost a 17.
Sure.
Almost.
I will perceive because I'm good at that. Ah!
Richard,
sucks so bad.
Richard, you just barely catch Joe kind of do like a double puff on his cigarette, like which just seems a little bit out
Oh.
of character from what you've taken in.
Ah,
Put some of those.
do you
things-
know him?
Kind of leans across the glass of wine you just poured him that he's yet to take a sip from.
I
Says,
pocket the comm device as he leans.
says,
But-
got,
Not me.
if you've got business questions, friend, you need to talk to Mama.
I lean forward and I say, as a matter of fact, we do.
And he
How
kind
can
of
we?
once more repeats the nod and gesture in towards the bodega where Mama Fats is inside, and you can smell her preparing your food.
It sounds like we should go have some stew.
Been nice to make your acquaintance.
Before I stand up, though, I make sure his glass is full, and then I raise a glass of my own.
He, cigarette
take
in
a
one
sip.
hand, he tips the glass in your direction, says, "Pleasure."
Don't waste your time on these retards. Mama is the one who controls them.
I hope we're not even out of earshot when you say that.
He's kind of
Silly little
scowling in the direction of the minuscule 2-foot robot that is
I'm
reverberating
getting up.
with insults.
I'm getting up from the table, and as I hear that, and I just kind of do, well, I'd apologize, but, well, and I just gesture at the wine and I just walk away.
You should have given the wine to Mama.
Okay.
Let's go
I
back
grabbed-
inside.
I grabbed like my bottle and Richard's bottle. We're not fucking partying with our
So,
wine.
I know- I already knew what I wanted to ask Mama when she comes back and she serves food. So I'll wait till then, but I got some questions.
Okay.
I do too. I'm gonna go ask Mama a question as well.
Well,
Alright.
we should probably wait and not invade her kitchen.
Right.
I mean, there's like a bar and stools and stuff you can go sit at.
I feel
Yeah.
like
if that's your goal.
the camera would come back into the scene as I'm finishing my bowl full of soup or my sandwich. You know what I mean? And I enjoyed it. It's all gone. Clean plate club. You know what I'm saying?
You're like licking the plate.
Yeah.
Ah, thanks, Mama. Mama Fats, that was great.
Perfect timing for Mama to show up.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. Hope the other customers enjoyed that wine. Mighty kind of y'all.
Yeah, I think they did. Now, Mama Fats, I do have one question of business for you. And I'm gonna get right to the chase because
Yeah, please,
I like
please.
you.
Please do. Yeah, I've got a full day here.
I would like to speak with Jabaxa.
I say who now?
Oh, shit.
Jabaxa.
Make
Yeah.
a
You know the little guy.
make a diplomacy check.
I don't remember who that is.
I don't either.
Oh, Jabaxa. Yeah, level 21 leader. Got it. I got it.
Oh, yeah, there it
I'm
is.
tracking with you.
Oh no.
Medium diplomacy.
as diplomatic as you could be.
Hey, you know what though? You are light years ahead of that one.
That's true.
You are 9 times
And-
better than you were.
I feel like I did a good job coming at that angle.
I
No.
know. I would definitely have.
I did the long
aided
con.
you.
I buttered her up.
Also,
I buttered up with all that food talk.
Yeah.
as support, I want D1CK to be hooking up Wi-Fi to an obviously Wi-Fi capable port He's just plugging the cables together. Yeah.
Both Rue and D1CK could make supporting diplomacy checks.
Yes, please.
Oh, please, diplomat.
Oh,
Yeah,
that takes
there we
us
go.
from an 11 to a 13 to a 15.
Thanks for diploming, guys.
I have connected the Wi-Fi. You had it this whole time.
I have drank this
I
entire
told
bottle
you
of wine.
I did not have any Wi-Fi, and I still don't.
Well, you do now. Enjoy.
I apologize again for a robot.
She does turn and look up towards Richard, though.
Jabaxa. Interesting you knowing that name so intimately.
Oh God.
What do you, even if I knew someone by that name, what are you after? What do you want?
I think we could help each other out with a common enemy. I'm not really a big fan of Farani Nadaz myself.
As he says that, I want to just pull out, like, just ever so subtly, like one of the nightsticks that we took, and I just kind of not making it obvious, but just enough to where she can kind of like glance over and see it.
We've already had our run-in a few times.
We may have stumbled upon these.
So you're no friend of the king's, is what you're telling me.
Oh, I would say we are not a friend of the king's at all.
Why are they called the kings when they obviously are queens? With a fusion queen and all.
Made a funny joke about their sexuality.
I start giggling to myself.
Look, I need to know, assuming I did have contact with this Jabaxa, I need to know what you're after or what you're offering or arrangements were made.
Well, so far I would say we've been a plague in the king's side since we've arrived.
And we're gonna continue doing that with or without your help.
Yes, it just seems like there could be some benefit in helping each other out, perhaps.
I'm still listening, but I haven't heard exactly what it is you're after yet.
Information.
I'm a little curious about this rock. What are all these mining companies going after?
There was a dwarf who was silenced through the throat with a pew-pew gun. We'd like to know about him as well.
The tin cans, right? He got pewed through the neck.
While he wasn't a friend, he was a dear acquaintance.
I took cover in his throat.
Make another. Well, someone take point on this.
Well, I'll do it this time.
D1CK
then
was mouthing off.
I'm assisting.
Okay. D1CK, make a diplomacy check.
Oh, I'm so bad at this. I'm so bad at this. Okay. Okay.
Richard, are you assisting?
I didn't know if I was allowed to. I didn't want to.
I would say you can assist because you were doing a lot of talking.
You were.
Okay. I don't want to like abuse it or anything. So I just didn't.
Oh, that's fair.
I feel like this is the mechanic now.
Diploming?
Diplome.
I diplomed.
Oh shit! An 18. You're gonna get to do. Oh, you did intimidate. Okay. That makes sense though. Well, not really.
You, I've seen the reports. I know that the, Dorvor Creel, he was the one shot. You said you knew the dwarf?
Yes,
I took cover in his wound.
Tin Can tried to heal him up.
From what we know, he was a recruiter. So we had some contact with him, and he was supposed to be our first point of contact. However, when we arrived and I relayed the events that transpired,
You don't know much
Yeah.
about that contact of yours, then, do you?
Apparently not. So more information we know.
We had a bright future. Mama Fats.
Most of Duravor's work was focused on mineral prospecting.
Oh.
Really now.
He took a strong interest in mentoring new and prospective members of the society, sure. But his original allegiances lie with the miners and those that live out in the belt.
And from what I hear, 21 gang crew supports the miners, yes?
Firstly, it's the level 21 street.
Well, many of those who live on level 21 happen to be members of the Hard Scrabble Collective, yeah.
Oh, members of the Hard Scrabble Club.
Sure, yeah, the Hard Scrabble's just a bunch, it's just a fucking union for miners, us lower class folk.
Are you upset that he was murdered through the neck area?
Of course I'm upset. Your
We are too.
friend.
I would tell you this in confidence. One of the owners of this particular nightstick admitted to having Dorvo on a particular list.
Yeah.
Which
We
is
also got some more information about the whereabouts and location of Fernando Nerdaz and Rockaroni, whatever the hell that fucking bodyguard's name is, where they're residing at.
they're no friend of ours.
Maybe that will turn your ear, Mama Fats.
Look, I knew Dorvor real good. Can't tell you much about any recent business associations.
Of course, of course. We
But
wouldn't.
Are you-
We're sorry for your loss.
I know people, and I could arrange a meeting 24 hours from now. What say you come back tomorrow and have some of my stew?
That sounds like the best idea you've had all night.
Maybe
I'm
the
looking
shop
forward
will
to
be closed, but just knock 3 times and wait patiently. And we'll have ourselves a nice meal together.
One
That
thing
sounds wonderful.
before we leave. Are you familiar with the Starfinder Society?
Is your robot touched?
Yes.
D1 is quite
unfortunately,
touched.
He's touched all over, if you ask me.
Little robot. I knew Dorvor Creel. Therefore, I definitely knew of his association with the society. Beyond that, they are what they are, and we are what we are.
Thank you. Enjoy your free Wi-Fi. And I walk out.
I'm not sure where he's going.
See you later.
Are you still attached to their Wi-Fi cords?
Yeah, I'm just dragging cords out. Like the door closes.
I will
but
talk
the
to you
wire
later.
keeps
The door doesn't
robot
shut all the way. It
rolled
does.
outside the bodega, past the tables
Oh, no,
of
you
happy
flipped out.
wine drinkers.
You're flipping hard.
Fuck
See,
you,
I wish you
Clippy.
could adjust the sensitivity of
Yeah.
can. It sucks.
Like the
We're gonna just
threshold.
change the volume. Of
Yeah.
The actual. All right.
I like this Fats character.
You leave the bodega for now. What are you doing?
Well, Mama Fats, of course, we will return. What do we owe you for the meal and the wine?
Oh, there it is.
I mean, I'm not going to get on her bad side, little robot.
5 bottles of wine, 1 pressed sandwich, some thinly sliced meat. You all seem nice enough. Let's call it 30 credits.
I slide her over 40 credits.
All right.
That is too much. Take back
She,
10.
She smiles and nods.
He tips D1.
You should have used Common Core math.
Yeah, and
Come on, D1. Let's get out of here.
And then we walk out.
Check, check.
It's like in that particular instance, it's like the father, the mom and dad are trying to pay for the check, but the kid's going crazy. I was like, going like, I'll take him outside.
Yeah.
You deal with the check.
I was trying to help Rue. Where are we going?
Casey, I got that reference real well. I knew exactly what you
I
were saying.
bet you did. Yeah,
I've been there so many times.
yeah. Just take him outside. I'll get the check. I'll finish up in here.
All
I
right.
live there.
Oh yeah, is Jambot going? I haven't heard Jambot.
I haven't heard him in a while.
You can't hear him?
Nope.
No, I
He has
want
not
him.
been on for a long time.
What? What about now?
Nope.
No.
Jumbo, come back.
Jambot, where are you?
Oh shit! What about?
There we go.
Oh my god! When I was fucking with stuff earlier because of the echo, I must have muted him.
You know
I'm
what though?
sorry. That's
It
normal.
felt okay for that particular conversation to not have Jambot
Right.
jamming in my ears.
Yeah.
All right. He's back.
So we walk out and then we collectively hear the Jambot broadcast.
Yep.
And it feels good.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
music to my ears. The Wi-Fi is connected. Enjoy, Jambot.
I give Joe a salute as we walk out. Just a very minor like
Okay.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
acknowledgement. And then
Thanks for the help, kind of thing.
yeah. And then I assume we're going to the lifts.
Well, it's like 9 at night, right? Should probably
yeah, how
find somewhere
late
to-
It is getting pretty late. Yeah, yeah. I mean, like
And we have-
you can't always tell from the artificial light, but down here it has like been turned down to almost like nighttime with street lighting, and everyone who is sort of unwinding at the end of their day near Mama Fat's bodega is sort of finishing up their wine and just sort of lounging about.
Perhaps we could ask them where a good place to sleep is.
Perhaps we could sleep in our hotel that we've
We
paid
got a
for
great
a week
spot.
for.
It's so far away though, and I'm lazy.
Come on, little guy.
I'm sure you could
If
find.
you get really tired, you can get in my
transportation.
pocket. I'll carry him around if I have to.
Yeah. You're gonna
Alright. Let's take the
Ethan
hour-long.
Palindor this.
Let's take the hour-long elevator
I'm sorry.
ride back up.
Peck and Palindor this.
Yeah, I'd say between the lifts and like grabbing like a taxi or something, you know, it'd probably be like an hour to get back.
Okay.
I like this song already.
Home sweet home.
You go walking and cruising through the underbelly of the station and then around the ring before being brought back into the more ritzy region of the eye, and you make your way back to the Moons of Sleep, where Dalkeen, the owner and proprietor, smiles and nods at you all as you enter.
Connecting
What
to
race is
Wi-Fi.
Dalton? Is he like an android to own something like this that's so big, or what?
That would be
As
amazing.
far as you've been able to tell, he's just a human, like
Oh,
upper
okay.
middle-aged human.
It's like altered carbon.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was wondering. He kind of
Yeah.
felt like that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh,
I am the hotel.
yeah.
Dalkeen, do you stay up all night?
Dalkeen
Does this-
is available for all of your needs, small robot.
I do not sleep, and I require small talk all night.
What? That ain't gonna fly. D1.
There are many places I could provide a referral for that offer services like that.
There are shops that sell small talk.
Something along those lines.
I've already gone up.
Is he
That
just
is
gonna
not-
go to like triple X rated
Yeah.
shop talks?
Yeah.
It's not a euphemism. Never mind. I will go sleep in my friend's hat.
Okay.
And up there,
You
Are
return,
there cameras set up in this hotel?
You return to your room. Yeah, you see some security cameras
Oh.
throughout the premises.
you know how we've been doing some internet stuff,
Yeah.
and I'm curious. Shadowrun had a really elaborate like hacking internet system. Maybe
Yeah.
Yeah.
too elaborate.
Like,
yeah,
I wanna see if I
sim-
can
too
get
elaborate
into-
is the answer. Yeah, yeah.
Does
Can I
this
try
have-
to?
Yeah.
Go for it.
No, I was just say, does it have anything, any kind of similarities where you can kind of go into the Matrix in a way?
Not
It-
not
'cause-
not exactly, but I mean, like, you know, you can certainly get creative with your
Yeah.
internet usage. I mean, you
Cool.
already have a little bit since last session, so.
Yeah. Can I try to see through the cameras, like for the whole night?
That would be quite involved, but you could certainly try.
I don't.
You're
wanna
able
say
you're
that-
able to put the Wi-Fi password in and get internet access.
I'll see you guys tomorrow
Good
morning.
job.
My circuits are jammed.
Shutting down.
You space Google for live streams and get something a little more saucy than you were expecting.
Yeah,
And then it
you
immediately
get-
asks for access to a cred stick and lots of pop-up windows that never seem to go.
This is the worst pornography I've ever looked at.
Not even
Welcome,
Robobar.
welcome to Absalon Station.
Where you
Tiny.
can find Vescon Vesk Entertainment.
Oh boy.
Oh god, no!
Is anyone
I bet you
else
were looking at
there?
spray cans.
Are you guys just getting a good rested?
I
Yeah,
might have a nightcap and then go to bed.
yeah.
Hmm.
Do are drows? I mean, they're dark elves, so do they have to? Do they have the same kind of requirements, the 4 hours kind of thing?
Nope. They, like everyone in Starfinder, requires the same amount of time for a long rest.
Oh, okay.
I have
Okay,
a
cool.
question about guns. When you rest, do your guns recharge as
Charge.
well?
I mean, if you're at a place where you can recharge them, then yeah, we can fold that in as a package deal.
Cool.
All right, awesome.
So in this case, yes.
So mine still has the 4 bullets.
Yeah, so if you double click the 20 on the uses, it will reload. But only
Oh, cool.
do that when you ask to do that and you're allowed to.
Yeah, I will not abuse that.
Does-
Say the magic word.
We also get health back, yeah? D1CK is still wounded, according to the party sheet.
Oh, yeah.
So is my stamina.
Let me look at how...
Your stamina looks fine on mine.
Yeah, you get your stamina back. Now,
Oh, yeah,
weakness
yeah,
and
yeah.
healing might be slightly different. Let's take
I have an
this.
ability that
Hey,
heals myself, if that's a thing.
Hold on. Kind of curious
Okay.
how
Hmm.
full rests work. Restraints, resting. Points.
I have 8 HP. Holy fuck!
You do not have a lot.
I was chipped. Fuck me.
Does say after,
I believe the enemy will do that.
up to once per day, you regain some hit points and all your stamina points after 8 hours of uninterrupted rest.
Okay.
Some?
Yeah, hold on, I'm looking into the sum part here.
This seems a little weird.
I have abilities that will heal us over time as well. So I need to use those more.
Well, if you need to do that, like, before we go
Some
to bed,
hots.
you could do that.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean, I
exactly.
think, and I know, like, some of you already used your stuff. I know Richard used one of his things. Which
I
is
mean,
cool.
basically, if we're getting everything back, I can just use healing channel on everyone, right? And that's 2d8 hit points.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Plus, I have healing touch and healing channel. Healing channel is the AOE, and healing touch is once per day. I can restore
Yeah.
5 hit points.
Well, it's fine for now. Like, I'll just say I'll look into it more later. But yeah, you're all fully recovered, as it were. Okay. Anything else you're getting up to?
Bed.
Bed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Done.
Yep.
You
Okay.
you rest for a comfortable period of time, somewhere between, let's say, like, 6 to 10 hours. And what time are you getting up?
I would say that I'm on the 6 hours, being an elf.
Sure.
D1CK is in rest mode, but his eyes are always open and fixed at the wall.
Yeah. Active standby.
Mm-hmm.
Before we have gone to bed, I would have turned to D1CK and said, perhaps if there's any information you can find about the asteroid while we're all sleeping.
Scanning internet.
And I just kind of shrug, and then I go to bed. And now
I will
just-
not stop, literally.
Go D1 unit.
The D1 unit uses his computer's skills to search the internet, and he's
so
distracted
tired.
by
It's just-
pornography.
His,
There's
yeah,
so
his,
much-
his systems are running at an all-time low.
Oh my god, Vescon Vesk is the best. What have I been doing with my life?
You
Best
you
gun,
find
best.
you don't find anything new
The bumper
about
sticker.
the spaceship or the drift rock it's towing. You do stumble across like a couple of other less popular but still fairly large headlines. One of them talking about some cult leader named Null 9, which you almost gravitate towards because it sounds like some other sentient robot being. And then there's another fairly popular headline trending right now about an escaped murderer named Delder the Butcher.
Delder.
A lot of the other reports are about the movements of the various vessels of the corpse fleet, the renegade exiled group of undead from the planet Eox. It's pretty common to hear reports about them on a regular basis and their nefarious activities. But nothing new about the drift rock or the derelict ship, the Acreon, whose name you had heard previously.
All right.
Okay. I assume we're up.
And the next morning comes, there is a lovely tray outside your suite with a metal pitcher smelling of fresh coffee, a smaller one with tea, and several pastries and condiments for those drinks.
Ryu goes in for the tea, just because it kind of makes sense. So, we have like, I don't know, 20 hours before we're supposed to meet with Mama Fats. Is there
Is
anything?
that true?
Well, we have,
Yeah,
she said
24
24
hours.
hours.
Oh, I
We're
thought
there
she
like
said
9.
just show up tomorrow.
So you've
yeah.
got like, I don't know, what time is it now? Like, wait, with you getting up 7, 8, 9?
I would say, well, what time did we go to? We got back at, let's say we got back at midnight.
Yeah, you got
So
back
it's
probably
like,
around midnight.
I got up at 6.
Alright.
I'm up. But I would have spent like the next 2 hours until everybody was awake. I would have spent like however long meditating or doing some shit like that.
Okay.
Getting in balance.
Sure. I like it.
And then yeah, so I'd say it's like 8. Everybody's up.
Okay. 8 a.m.
Okay.
You've got 13 hours. Let's say.
So we have some time. We could research more about the asteroid. We could jump some more of the Downside Kings, which sounds immensely appealing. We could do some reconnaissance of the Downside Kings.
I vote for trouble. Let's go back to that bar we were at before.
You know, D1CK? I agree.
Of course you do. Statistically, you should have.
Dick, what do you say?
Ever tell me the odds, D1?
They are 100%.
Those are good. Those are really good.
I don't believe your calculations are correct, but yes, let's go back to the bar. At 8 in the morning, perhaps there's something better that we could do in the meantime.
Looking at my notes.
We
Are
could see
there-
if they sent more people to the bar.
Like I want to find out about the asteroids. So I say we go to. I would say the Starfinder Society would be highly invested in information regarding the asteroid. So I say we go
Okay.
talk to the Starfinder Society, at least in the morning. It's not to make a full report. It's literally just for information.
Yeah. Okay. We've got a lot of info too to relay, so that's good.
I don't want to relay it all yet.
Okay.
I want to keep some of our cards close to our chest here.
Yeah.
All right. So you're heading to the Lore Spire complex.
Yes, let's go
Yeah.
there. Because I assume there's like video feeds that are just broadcasting 24/7, like like
Of course.
orbiting the asteroid and examining shit, and trying to figure stuff out about it.
Okay. You eat your breakfast, head towards the Lore Spire complex. Are you just taking the scenic route on foot, or are you getting some transportation?
How far is it to the Lore Spire complex on foot?
Probably a few hours.
Oh, we're definitely taking transportation, but I would say we'd probably walk, I don't know, but
Yeah.
a little bit just to get limber from all of yesterday's activities and get our muscles loose and ready.
Okay.
This
And
is
then,
only wearing my gears down.
And then we would find some transportation, probably like
Okay.
a third of the way through. So we'd travel 2/3 of the way, but walk
Yeah.
1/3.
Alright. You begin making your way back to the eye, or out of the eye towards the Lore Spire complex. The same secretary greets you, and she says, "Oh, you've returned already."
Yes, well, we were looking for some information as out, and I flash my very appealing smile in her direction.
Sure. Chizkisk should be in. No security necessary this time, I assure you. And she's just all smiles.
I
Um,
mean, perhaps, well, we could talk to Jizkis. There could be other researchers that we could bother if that's easier.
Oh
We're
no, I assure you, Chizkisk has a very personal stake in this particular investigation that you've all taken on.
very well.
You should shut your mouth. It is hard to focus on your giant titties when you're smiling so much.
And I just smile like appealingly but awkwardly, like as if to suggest that I'm sorry, but I don't actually say it.
Yeah, yeah.
Big
You
laugh.
do focus on her boobs.
And I kind of just do like a quick, like as D1ZK says, I kind of give a like look
up, down?
just
Yeah.
just for just the briefest of seconds, and then I really genuinely smile.
Dick laughs like the heavy does. Meet the Spy
Oh, nice.
pictures.
She gestures towards like an open door that you've been through before, leading back into the offices of Chizkisk, who is waiting behind his desk.
We are delighted to see you again so soon, Initiate.
Well,
Yeah.
What can we do for you?
we were actually wondering a lot about the asteroid. If you've
Yeah.
discovered anything about it, it has come up kind of in our minds and in the media pretty persistently.
Yeah, it's pretty constant.
Yes, the Drift Rock, as they're calling it now.
A catchy name.
Chizkisk gestures towards the door before the secretary leaves, and a moment later she returns with a tray of basically waters, filtered water, and what appears to be crackers, but they look like they're like processed protein wafers. And she sets them down on the desk between all of you.
I just take one and just put it in my mouth, and
What's
I don't even care.
so important about this rock? What's the mineral on it?
Well, I don't know, and all cards on the table. I was hoping to learn more about it. from your investigations, the two gangs who were involved in the shootout on Docking Bay 94 appear to each be working with a different corporate affiliate.
We're all aware of this now. Something you
Yes.
should have told us earlier.
We
Well,
found that out.
I've only just learned it myself this morning, going through some of my
Oh.
various memos and reports.
We can't blame you. We found about it yesterday. But please, continue.
It's no secret that Dorvor used to be heavily affiliated with the miners, and those
Yes.
in particular of the Hard Scrabble Collective.
He's kind of gauging your reactions a bit when he tells you this.
We don't seem. I don't seem surprised.
Okay.
Very level face. Like, yeah, we know.
Yeah. I feel like this guy's a step behind us.
Yeah, but we don't say that. We just kind of project it in a. Go ahead.
Continue.
Go on.
One of you make a diplomacy check, please.
Not me this time.
I'm doing it.
No
Go for it.
aid,
Go for
no
it.
aid, just a raw.
Whoa! Don't need it.
Uh,
Don't need it.
He diplomed all over
Oh,
it.
that diplome. It smells like diplome in here,
I've
guys.
never seen such a diplume. It's a huge diplume.
Fucking nailed it.
Dorvor
Thanks, Dave.
was a close friend of mine, but how trustworthy you all is a question that still remains. Seeing as
Well-
how you've already unearthed so much so soon, I find no discomfort in revealing to you that Creel was a native of the diaspora. About
Was it Creel was a native of what?
The
The
diaspora.
diaspora.
I don't remember what the diaspora is. I'm furiously looking it up right now.
I don't remember who Creel are.
It's a race.
Creel is Tim. It's Dorvan.
Yeah,
It's his last name.
but the diaspora.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right.
diaspora is the asteroid belt.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, okay. Diaspora.
So he was an off-worlder from diaspora. Is that what you said?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I said. He had many strong affiliations with his fellow dwarfs, but also with the many mining groups of that region. Dorvor was an outspoken champion of miners' rights, and Creel was active in challenging the large corporations and their interests that exploited those individual miners and laborers, including the very dominant astral extractions. It's my suspicion that astral extractions may have had some covert hand in his execution. Something I haven't been able to prove. I was hoping you
Well,
might unearth in your
if-
investigation.
We're not here to make a full report, but I would like to tell you, and we came across a member of the Downside Kings, which of course we asked a couple of important questions.
We murdered him twice.
He confirmed that our friend was in fact on a list.
He was targeted.
Very specifically targeted. He also, this
His
member,
neck.
confirmed that they were hired by Megacorp.
Yeah. Would you say, this sounds like a ridiculous question, would you say Megacorp is a large corporation?
You
Well,
mean,
Microsoft is a big
you mean astral extractions?
I had to do it.
You keep calling them Megacorp, but I presume you mean Astral Extractions.
Astro
Of cour-
Extraction.
Of course,
was
we mean
called
Astro
Megacorp.
Extractions.
Yeah.
Megacorp is a name that we've heard continuously. I assume that it was referring to Astro Extractions.
They
I'm
are a
bluffing.
Megacorp.
I'm kidding.
Megacorp is a
Bluffing.
wonderful adjective, sure, but yeah. You're
Uh,
right,
I have a question for you. One which has been pondering me for over 14 hours.
Oh, tell me how it pondered you, please, robot.
What was the Acreon's original mission? Were they supposed to return with an asteroid, or is this unexpected?
Well, your line of questioning and everything you've uncovered so far is it's many roads, all leading to astral extractions. The
Yep.
interesting thing is, you might be able to at least speak with them. They have corporate offices in the Blue Rise Tower in the ring.
Wait, sorry.
Now-
What? Their offices are where? In the ring?
The Blue Rise office, I think, right?
Yeah.
And they're the Acreon's corporation leader, right?
I don't know much about the Acreon or its cargo, but the current dispute being broadcast on the news right now is that the Hardscrabble Collective and Astral Extractions are in heated litigations, both claiming rights to the Acreon's hull. The Acreon was one of the flagship mining vessels of the collective. I am presuming that Astral Extractions, as they do many times, hired or contracted the collective to go on a hull mission
But-
where they seek out rare minerals and asteroids that can
Oh,
potentially be used for mining
so
purposes.
You mean Astro Extractions hires Hardscrabble Collective? Are they not at odds with each other? Does that not pose some kind of weird dynamic?
Well, they're absolutely at odds with each other right now, but there's not a contract that exists that wouldn't be under the purview and payment of one of the mega corporations within the Path Worlds. The collective might not like Astral Extractions or any of the other companies,
Yes, but
that's,
money is money.
That's where the credits
Yes.
come from, baby.
Yes. Money is money, I understand.
My friend, we have a hot lead. We could go to the Blue Rise offices and see why the Acreon returned with a meteor and what's inside of the meteor and why is it important and
Now,
is it valuable?
you all seem quite a bit sharper than I anticipated. The last thing I can tell you about Dorvor is that he personally invested money in the Hardscrabble Collective. One of his own cousins was a member of the group, but she died in a mining accident. He testifies to this day that the workers he spoke with assured him her death was the result of safety violations perpetrated by her contract employer, none other than Astral Extractions.
What was the cousin's name?
I do not know. He never talked about it other than the incident itself.
So,
Way to deflect. Okay, so basically they had her.
so I
they're not good.
suppose, yeah, I suppose it makes sense then why he was on the list. That was part of what we were trying to investigate. So that's helpful.
He's basically a meteor hippie.
I don't
So
know
I
anything
suppose,
more about Dorvor's associations, but I am interested in a more detailed report, and I've shown you my cards and my assumptions that astral extractions is likely involved, but I have no proof, and you can imagine why proof would be very, very appealing to someone in my position.
Perhaps you could show us somebody else's cards. Maybe you could show us Dorval's bank records.
I don't know that Dorvo's bank records would be relevant. I don't believe he was bought or paid off.
He was paid by the Starfinder Society. Who did you pay?
He was, of course, he was paid by the Starfinders.
I want to see if they basically were paying the level 21 crew. Like if any of that money went to the Belters.
Oh, I
Like
see.
if the Starfinders were?
No, if Dorval was
paying
some
21?
of the Belters. Yeah. Because he's
Oh.
an activist, like he sympathizes with them. He's
Well,
from
I mean,
there.
Chizkisk has just told you that he was a bit of an activist in his day and has personally financed or invested in the Hard Scrabble Collective. You do know from your previous days' investigations that the Hard Scrabble Collective had basically hired the level 21 crew for protection.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's levels
Okay.
upon levels within that. Chizkiss doesn't really seem to know about any of Dorvor's personal investments or where that money was targeted, other than the fact that he was associated with the Hard Scrabble Collective.
Is it Doravor with an R?
Doravor Creole.
Doravor. Okay. Put an L on that. Oh, wow, I was way off. Duravor.
Yeah, I almost had it, but I was off by a couple.
Duravor. There we go. Okay, so all right, so we got a lot of the points laid out. So he was a miner, and he basically sympathized with any kind of miners. And these people were mining this big asteroid with the Acreon, and there's corporate sabotage going on. So he's kind of like the super high up. So anybody who knows anything about nothing wants to kill this guy just to shut up the activists.
Yeah,
So like we're in super good with the level 21 crew.
and his cousin died. So I guess the question is it relevant to know why Astro
Astro
they're
extractions.
Extractions wants the asteroid? So is it relevant for us to go onto the asteroid to find out why they want it? Second question is, how do we prove that Astro Extractions is guilty of both killing Dorvor and his cousin? Yes? Because his
Well,
cousin was also...
So that's my angle. It's like I want to know, was this meteor supposed to come back with the ship, or did the ship just show up with this meteor? Why is it?
All the news
valuable?
reports said that the Acreon returned from, I mean, just like clockwork, I mean, is like a daily occurrence where mining ships return from either the drift or the diaspora with new hauls of asteroids or other things in tow.
Okay.
So this is normal.
The ship, yeah, it's totally normal. What's not normal is that the ship was giving off all sorts of alarms to the many defenses of Absalon Station, and it was immediately quarantined. And then the news reports started spilling in about how this quarantine ghost ship had no surviving members or known living members aboard it, and it was hauling this massive asteroid behind it that was kind of causing a bit of a mysterious stir. Rumors started circulating, people started calling it a drift rock. The name of the ship eventually surfaced as the Acreon, which is very much a known vehicle for the Hard Scrabble Collective. And it is pretty common knowledge at this point, post your meeting with Chizkisk on the news reports, that the Hard Scrabble Collective was contracted by Astral Extractions to go out on this job, which is why there is some serious litigations between both companies right now.
Right.
Both are claiming rights to the hull. Hardscrabble Collective because they're the ones that brought it in, and that they lost all of their crew in the return of it. Astral Extractions is claiming fine print paperwork. We paid you to go out and get this thing. It's fucking ours.
Astro Extractions is going to win that argument 90% of the time.
Yeah, because they hired everybody. Yeah.
So the angle that we play is we go to the 21 crew and we say, provide us access to the Acreon ship. Get us on the ship. Let's find out what happened to the crew, and let's find out what is on the asteroid. And then we can research the Astro Extractions and figure out what's going on.
Let's go do some detective.
Also, if we look up in the sky, can we see the ship?
It's quite far out. So basically, like, the quarantine zone is quite far from the arms of the actual station. It's not so far out that it's like beyond beyond view. Like, there's been lots of like video feed footage, people filming it, but it's far enough away from the arms where like the normal space traffic would come in.
It's not like a threat.
If I use detect magic, would it make a little blip, or is it too far away?
It's too far away. Yeah.
It's like 30 feet.
I don't know.
Hey,
amplify.
yeah.
Gotta ask. Okay,
So,
let's go talk to Mama
Fats.
Mama Fats.
Let's go talk to Mama Fats, and this time with the request of put us on the ship so that we can find out what happened to the crew and how we can prove that Astro Extractions is guilty.
What's our bait? She's probably going to want us to do something. Well, let's figure it out when we get there.
Doing that
helping them out
for her, because they want the asteroid. So basically, what we're doing is we're proving that they have rights to the asteroid. Because I guarantee you, 9 times out of 10, the company with the fine print is going to win.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean, they are rightfully owners of things.
So we have to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that Astro Extractions was up to malfeasance of their contract, and that is what gives the Hardscrabble Collective.
Or if this isn't the cargo that it was supposed to return with, if this is the miner's cargo or something.
Okay.
That was kind of my angle. So.
Well, you can take as much time as you need to, or you can fast track towards the meeting.
Oh, let's spend an hour real time in the elevator.
And before we do that, we're gonna go to the bar because all the talking that we just did deserves bar time. Says the elf.
IRL?
Yeah, drink up, boy. What you doing?
It is customary to do so, but I do not understand this custom. Oh shit! Is that Jack Dagnalls?
No, this is called Winchester, my friend.
Oh.
I'm gonna go unload my shotgun.
Sounds way better.
In the toilet.
See?
Chester.
Bourbon.
That looks awesome.
Whiskey.
Yes, I believe it's probably.
Why are you saying it that way?
It's whiskey.
I mean, there's not that much left. So I should probably just. Yeah.
Look, when you get that low, you might as well finish it.
I know. I feel like I shouldn't.
I believe it's called the Wounded Soldier.
Yeah, you don't want one of those.
No, that's no good.
No.
Yeah.
Bring him home.
Right.
No, no soldier left behind. Put all that whiskey in the cup.
Very well.
I would do such.
I will drink. I will drink to that. Brilliant advice.
Yes, I feel like we've been so investigative on this mission. Like, we know every single piece of everything right now, and we're just figuring out how we want to use it.
I can't tell if we've evolved as D&D.
That's what I was saying earlier.
Or if we've... I mean, because I feel like we haven't evolved that much. We still killed a bunch of people randomly. So...
But we milked every bit of information out of that.
We might know how to write.
Listen, I will say this: we've always been very good at torturing people.
Well, I think we know how to
Through
ask the right questions now.
all of our adventures, we've been very good at that.
But yeah, I think we're asking the right questions now.
Yep.
Okay,
Until
I would
introduces
say-
the third game.
I would say that this is how I'd like to play it. We go to the bar, maybe not the exact same bar, but in the area that we were at before. And we
Yeah.
just kind of take a look around and see if the downside kings are playing up their strength, like they're pushing more people into that area after what happened to their 3 members. If they don't care, like I guess I'm looking for their response, and then from there I say we just skip ahead. We can probably skip ahead depending on what
Okay.
that is.
I'll check the Wi-Fi there too.
Yeah.
Because I got in before I got the password.
I mean, I would definitely say we go to Pudchuggers, but we could also, do a little bar hopping.
How indeed, detectives.
How indeed.
I figured you'd be the one to know.
You're not asking the right questions. It's coming.
And start
Wait
asking
for
the
it.
right fucking questions.
We did that. We asked.
Nailed it.
We're trying so hard. Do we get experience points for asking the right questions?
You do. You got like a bunch of story XP points last time. Probably get some more this time.
Oh, shit.
Okay, you're heading back near Pudchuggers? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
straight to
I
Pudchuggers.
mean, we'll go straight to Pudchuggers, but
Yeah.
then we'll also kind of migrate around a little.
Well,
Like we're
I
not gonna
mean,
go. We got
yeah.
time, so we're
mean-
just trying to get a general feel.
As you head back towards the general feel of Pudchuggers, you do once again pass by this mega huge tower that now possibly resonates a bit more with you in that it's this very stuffy corporate looking thing, and like many corporate buildings outside there's a big like neon sort of LED placard essentially that says the Blue Rise Towers. It's a bunch
That's
of
where we need to go.
it's a bunch of like government looking very high class buildings.
My friends, that's where the
You-
Acreon was commissioned.
I mean, but it's just like, and have you been like these like huge towers in like a big city where like one floor is like the fucking eye doctor, another floor is like Walmart, another floor is like the corporate office of so and so. It's this huge fucking mega structure. And you passed by it before on your way to Pudchuggers, and you're seeing it up in the distance ahead of you now.
I would say we slow down.
Somewhere in there are the answers to why the Acreon went out and got this mineral.
So, Richard, what do you think we should do some reconnaissance around here?
I always like recon.
We could check Pudchuggers real fast and then come back.
Pudchuggers will always be there. I'm not the downside kings will probably make an appearance of some kind. It's predictable. But this could potentially be unpredictable.
Reading placard in front of the building. I want to see if there's any kind of like astro, space exploration companies in this building.
Yeah, there's plenty of them, including Astral Extractions.
All right. Locating floor of astral extractions.
D1CK, could you be subtle about
Yeah, don't announce it next time.
Absolutely.
He's like a
Yeah.
bad anime character who tells you the move that they're gonna do before they actually
Yeah.
I
execute them.
suggest you create a program to censor any sensitive information
Stealth
so that
mode,
you say stealth mode is you say random
I
vegetables.
was using stealth mode. I will use sensitivity mode.
He goes around like a Canadian just saying, Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Hey,
I'm so
hey.
sorry, guys.
I am collecting your
Hey.
data. I am sorry.
Anyway, the floor we're looking for is floor
74.
74.
So
Sorry.
before, I don't know if we should actually go up there without a plan.
We could pose as news investigators looking for a hot scoop.
Okay, I actually can't think of anything better than that.
Yeah.
Or maybe we're gang members because they hired the kings.
I don't think that they would have gang members in their office.
Okay, I'll be the reporter. I'm hot. You guys are my sidekicks handling the the cameras.
I don't know if he's in the short cans.
Perhaps, perhaps we could
In
play
the
up
small cans.
Oh, you
Some
are
of,
a celebrity.
some of my notoriety,
You
perhaps.
you take the lead. You're like a YouTube celeb.
You're his agent. I'm his bodyguard.
That sounds good to me. To floor 74. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep.
I don't know how my ability to duel has anything to do with the astro extractions, but we'll figure that out as we get up.
You are
We're
like
gonna do a
an,
segment.
you are an internet presence. Don't doubt yourself.
Okay. You go to the Blue Rise Towers.
Oh yeah.
Beep, boop, beep, boop.
All right, it is a
Maybe-
bustling fucking place with a just endless stream of sharply dressed creatures and species of all types coming and going. Security in this place looks top notch, as in you're gonna be going through lots of metal detectors before you get on that elevator.
Shit.
I am made of over 100% metal.
Having researched that, there's no way, and fuck, I'm giving up my knife.
How about you put your knives in my chassis? Since I am a robot, I will set off the detector anyway.
I'm sure they have ways to x-ray you, however, if you have a way to block that,
I am made out of 50% lead.
I'm sure they can see a knife. Did you say 50% lead?
Yeah. Have you not noticed by now?
You're all pretty confident that D1CK, even if he were 50% lead and a barrel of weapon storage, probably not get through security with that stuff inside him.
Perhaps there's another approach to this. We should be creative in how we approach this, and not just. I'm not giving up my weapons.
I could send another quality email.
I don't think that would work.
You do realize that there is a public transit station not too far away, or a gym within the Blue Rise Towers itself, both of which you could get
tracking
a
with
secure
you.
locker.
Yep.
But the gym itself would also require you to go through security, so probably the public transit station's your best.
Yeah. We probably came from public transportation. So I'd say we're pretty close. So we rent out, just like in Europe, you can rent out like a little locker.
Secure locker.
Yeah. We do that.
Okay.
In an obscure corner.
Yeah.
Where we can kind of unload some of our weaponry.
Sure.
I keep my Solarian.
Richard's
moat.
large form it makes it very easy to block out any unwanted viewers from what you're putting into the locker.
Okay.
I want to rig a very sophisticated spring on the trigger of my laser gun pointing forward mechanism, so that if anybody opens up the locker unbeknownst of the trap, they'll get shot in the face.
Okay. You got time to burn, so I mean, if you want to take the 10-20 minutes to do that, that's fine.
I weld my gun softly onto the inside of the locker and a spring attached to the door.
Okay. All right.
I put my knife in there.
Is anyone not putting any of their combat weaponry? I mean, your armor and stuff, that's fine.
but your weaponry as any
What about
My
not
moat.
being left behind.
My moat is staying with me, but it's not in a weapon form yet.
You don't think your moat will be a problem?
Okay.
Curiosity.
Mhm.
What is the damage on this laser pistol I have?
It's like
The
1d4, I
azimuth.
think.
The azimuth.
It's probably
it-
1d6.
It is a 1d4
1d4.
fire damage. If you get a critical with it, it causes the target to actually burn and catch on fire for 1d4 damage per round until they put said fire out.
Okay. Dick pulls out his pulse caster in his left hand and his hammer in his right hand.
Uh-huh.
He's waiting on that spring-loaded trap to go.
Oh wait, give me the hammer. I'll say I am a repair bot.
Oh yeah.
I will put it in my chassis. They'll never suspect it.
I put the hammer in there.
I hate to be practical here, but how big is the hammer and how big are you?
I am 2 feet tall.
Yeah, but in this game, he also the Yosoki had cheek pouches to fit
I will
an
strap
extra
it to.
2 feet of grenades square feet.
I will strap it to my back.
Maybe the handle of your hammer can like compress and decompress or something like.
I just want
expand
to.
and-
I'll strap it to my back like I'm a repair bot, and I just got a big hammer.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's up to you. Like the handle of a sledgehammer can range from like almost 2 feet to almost 3 feet, typically, according to the internet.
All right, it's dragging behind me,
Like,
but it's strapped to my back.
I always imagined your hammer is kind of like a smaller sledgehammer that you kind of
Gotcha.
swing around, but I don't know.
Okay, yeah. Maybe I'll hold the hammer because I look like a construction worker.
Okay, I will be your support bot. This is
Yeah.
a good plan.
My welding bot.
And why are you with a celebrity, I wonder?
You are here for the interview, and we have to install camera systems that are up to your specifications.
You like the left side of your face lit right.
You're right, you're my camera crew. I like it.
It is statistically better than your right side.
Yes, well, we all know it's more symmetrical.
It is the same symmetricality.
Out of
You're wrong.
out of character. So, who is in control of this? What's the ship called again? The Iraq.
The Acreon?
Acreon.
The Acreon is a ship that belonged to the Hardscrabble Collective, the miners, but they were contracted by Astral Extractions to go on this job.
I did not know that. Okay, that makes it a lot more.
And there's
Interesting.
a heated legal battle in the news, sort of dominating part and parcel with the story of the ghost ship and the Drift Rock right now, about both factions claiming rights to the rock.
I thought straight up that the big megacorp basically got the ship, and all those people were hired by megacorp. But it's the miners' ship, and the miners, and they were hired by the megacorp.
Correct, and it's a very, 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 very common thing for corporations to hire miner ships. Think of it like a gold rush. Like they just ask them to go out, like the contractors go out there and bring back a haul. And there's percentages, etc., etc. But basically, because all the deaths of the crew members, Hardscrabble Collective is claiming rights to the rock as compensation, essentially, for what went down.
Loss of life.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So you're keeping your hammer, Richard.
Yes.
Are you holding it, or am I holding it?
I'm gonna hold it, so we have to do less acting. Because if you have to drag like a foot handle behind you,
Okay.
the rolls will have to pull off.
I'll be like your weld bot, and you're like the construction crew.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. You, after dropping off some gear in a secure locker, return to the Blue Rise Towers main entrance and approach the security checkpoint.
I also whisper to them telepathically. By the way, guys, I can talk to you in your brains. Hello. Also,
How do I answer this?
I can hear you just fine. Also, I can melt their brains without any weapons.
Please don't do that yet.
We're totally covered. That is some of my other programming.
D1CK can send short telepathic messages and hear simple telepathic replies to any living creature within 10 feet of him.
Let's go. We got this.
Oh, any living creature within 10 feet of you when you're doing this could potentially also unintentionally receive those messages if it succeeds at a 25 perception check. They could hear your radio waves, essentially.
25?
Yeah.
God damn. All right, so they have to
Not
be like
easy.
super high level. Yeah,
Yeah,
super.
Yeah.
I think we're fine. I hope. Otherwise, we're dead.
I hope not.
All right. So you approach. Tell me
Yeah.
more.
I walk up to the metal detector and I look at the guard at the metal detector.
You here for something?
Yes, I would like to proceed, but I am made out of 100% metal,
Lead, to be precise.
50% lead.
Lead.
I walk up at this point. Say, I'm sure you know who. These are my assistants. Can you please just let us through?
He makes a perception check. Can't say I recognize you. Why
Oh my
would I
God.
know you?
I like audibly sigh, like in a very dramatic, like an actor being insulted kind of sigh.
Yeah.
I don't deal with this. Please, robot, this is my agent. Please deal with this situation.
You should probably let him through. He is a great warrior. You may have seen him on primetime TV if you were not working 20 hours a day.
Rue, make a profession duelist check.
Oh, nice. This is all you.
D1CK.
Yeah!
Make a diplomacy check.
Why am I so diplomatic? God damn it.
I don't know.
Okay, that's mild.
Interesting.
The 26, I hope, helps.
You see him kind of like speaking to his commies. Yeah, I've got a. What'd you say your client's name was? He's kind of like looking sideways towards Rue.
His name is Rue.
Rue Vindicar.
I've got a Rue Vindicar here. Who are you? Who are you looking to see?
Oh shit. Oh god, we don't have their name.
Fusion Queen. We got an interview coming for the Fusion Queen. We gotta make sure the lights and everything look good.
No, not the
Have a
Fusion
lot of time.
Queen.
Not-
No. That would be bad. We are looking for the head of the Blue Rise offices.
Yes, I believe they're interested. Me representing something.
He has a hot commercial.
This is not my purview, agent. Please, God, just take care of this. What do I pay you for?
He is becoming agitated. Let us.
So
Listen.
I mean, out of character. You know that the Blue Rise Tower is home to hundreds of private establishments and businesses. Who specifically are you looking to see here? Like the last thing that you gleaned information about was that Astral Extractions had an office here.
Yeah.
What was the like another one? Like another space agency that was you said there were multiple ones. So could we I mean what I'm saying is that we bluff and say maybe not Astro Extractions is what we're going to see. We're going to see this other thing,
Hard Scrabble, Collective,
and then
Air
we
Corp,
do,
Astro Extraction.
and then we do Astro Extractions as a side thing.
Okay.
As a main thing, but as a side thing. I don't know if I don't think security would follow you up. I assume this is like a
I mean, there's
pass.
there's the Tetrad. There's
Yes, we're going to see the
Life
Tetrad.
Innovations, Exemplar 23, which is largely Android-based. There's Erebani Arms Limited, which is an apostate-based drow weapons trafficking enterprise.
Oh,
what was
there's
this?
that.
Sanhaval Spaceflight Systems is an Akatonian aerospace company.
What was the drow one?
The drow one is Erebani Arms Limited.
It sounds fancy too.
We're here to see Erebani Arms Limited. God, I can't believe I have to speak with you.
He's like kind of looking you up and down with like a look that says, "Oh, that makes sense."
You are quite racist as well.
Fine. Yeah, I need clearance. Send an elevator down with access to level 45, please. And he waves you through. They have the robot go through a hand wave scanner / X-ray machine. They're basically just taking like a 3D scan of you and reading your guts.
Do they see anything?
No. Richard
Okay.
approaches with the hammer, and they kind of look back at Rue and D1CK, and they say, "He's with you."
Clearly, he is with me.
How are they gonna build anything without me?
He is an expert construction worker.
They wave him around to the sort of private, more in-depth scan as well.
Oh.
I say, keep that hammer close. And then they gesture towards the elevators.
It's my side. It never leaves my side.
through everyone's Wi-Fi, I'm like, good job. They're totally fucked.
But we have to get to floor, what was it, 70 something?
Yeah, we're going to floor 45 right now.
74 is where Astro
74.
Extractions is.
Yeah, 74 is Astro Extractions. Of course, maybe this, I don't, Arabini? Is that what it was? Araboni?
Erebani.
Rabani?
Arabani?
Maybe they can help you up if they're particularly.
I honestly, yeah, I was actually wondering maybe they could actually actually be relevant information.
They're like weapons people.
Yes, let's actually go see them. I love this.
I'll let you lead the way.
Oh, I'm leading the way. Haughty and arrogant and proud as fuck.
Okay.
I
So
hope I annoy Richard by my arrogance.
you board the elevator.
Not fair.
You notice that level 45 is already pre-lit, and the up arrow dings as the elevator doors close behind you.
One of those.
You get off on level 45. You see a large sign as soon as you step out of the elevator in front of you, proudly displaying the name Erebani Arms Limited, both in common and in drow. You see several attendants behind a desk just beyond the doors of what appear to be a very luxurious corporate office for this company.
I walk in.
I'm right with them.
I follow in the back.
Two gentlemen and one female all kind of turn at attention towards you. All three of them drow. They each have like little, almost like bank teller name card placards or whatever on each of their stations in front of the desk there. One of them, one of the gentlemen you see is Agu Kone.
Oh my god.
You also see
He's French.
a lankier, very
It makes sense.
long-haired, white-haired gentleman
Jesus.
Oh my god.
named Fenshaku
Phlegm.
Kagame.
No, I like phlegm.
Also
Yeah.
French.
And the smaller in stature, but actually taller in height female, has a name card of Zathra Galdude.
Oh my god.
They all kind of turn to you with their fingers crossed across the counter and say, "What can we do for you?"
And I greet them in the ceremonial drow. It's very normal greeting in drow. And I address them in drow.
I don't have any appointments on the books for today. For a fellow drow. Do either of you, and this is Fenshaku kind of looking at Agu and Zathra, and they're both shaking their heads.
No, no. I'm afraid I'm not in your books. I hate pulling this card. I don't suppose you recognize me.
That is the 6th time you've pulled this card in 12 hours.
I lean over to him like, man, you should make some like business cards or something. Might be easier for people to remember you.
I'm sure you remember the fight. This is my first time in Absalon Station. I was encouraged to look you up.
Statistically, someone should have recognized you by now.
Zathra, the female, is kind of like looking over at you with like one arched brow and says, "You do look familiar."
Yes, well,
I'm not
I
sure
did
I can
win.
place you.
I did win against impossible odds, so
You
that
should
helps.
place him first, because that is what he was. First place.
Where have I seen you before? Your face is familiar.
Well, I'm sure you remember the tournament. It was only broadcasted across all 12 systems.
It was on ESPN, Telemundo 5, HBO, and Amazon Prime.
Yes.
Were you this year's champion of the Eternal Conquest tournament?
I just smile and kind of give like a very subtle salute, as in yes.
She's kind of smiling, and like the other two kind of perk up with the name. They're like, "What? You're that no name who won the whole
Yes.
thing."
As it turns out, I do have a name, and I'm here now.
I hope you give him blue steel when you give him your name. When you give
I
him your
do.
name.
I give him the straight blue steel. I do the
His name is Brew!
Vindicar.
You had that.
Rue Vindicar.
You had that dagger. It came whistling through the air and stabbed him from behind while you distracted him at the very end of the bout.
I just smile.
Everyone thought you were fucking done for.
Yes, well,
What?
that's the first rule of fighting, I
And
suppose.
here you are on Absalom Station and in our office. What can we do for you?
Well, you are a Bony Arms Limited, are you?
They kind of look at the sign above them. It says, "Why, yes, we are."
I was told to look you up. Perhaps you could help with at least introducing me to the station.
Free weapons upgrades. Free weapons upgrades.
And perhaps, if the situation suits itself, a sponsor would be awfully interesting to an individual such as myself.
Fenshaku is stroking his white goatee with intrigue painted across his face. Upstart tournament champion of Eternal Conquest 34. We could perhaps come to an arrangement.
Yes, I thought that might be the case.
You'd have to be willing to appear in a number of reproduced ad spots, both on the Hollow streams and in browser advertisements.
Details. My agent is all about the details. I am not.
He agrees fully. Where do we sign?
About the details.
We could
While the
draft up some
robot
paperwork.
helps represent me, it is a combination of the robot and my more grounded counterpart here.
Are you talking about me?
Mostly, he just busts walls down.
Hey, nice to meet you. Dick.
kind of presents a hand very properly, like a elegant gentleman.
No, he does the dead fish. The
Oh,
dead
no, he
fish,
definitely does. Yeah, it's very much like a limp wrist sort of present,
Yep.
like Fenshaku.
I grab it with a big ham steak.
I don't know what to do with that.
He delicately places his long fingers across your ham steak fist grip. Says, "Perhaps we can do business." And then, like a wet snake, just withdraws his hand from the surprising to you, like out of your
Yeah.
strong grip, just
It seemed
and
so
they're back in
easy.
his hands here.
So
Okay.
are we gonna discuss all of this in the open, or do you have an office?
Oh,
Perhaps
no,
we can...
no, please, let's retreat to one of my boardrooms. Zaithra,
Thank
since
you.
you've helped broker this arrangement, why don't you join me? You've really got a keen eye, don't you, girl? And he kind
Before
of he kind of winks and gestures for all of you to come back into their offices here.
I exude charm towards her, by the way. Just projecting.
Yeah,
I'm at the bar given the vibe. That's what's happening right now.
With a +5, I'd like you to make a charisma check.
No,
And
charisma.
before we go anywhere,
Mhm.
this music sounds like you're gonna ambush us. I'd like to perceive if you're gonna ambush us.
You don't think so?
You're gonna bang the shit out of Zaithra.
Zaithra is grinning, to say the least.
Chip
Right.
rocks through her brain.
Yeah.
Are you saying I don't think they're gonna ambush us?
No, you don't think so. Yeah. They beckon you to come back into. There's like a hallway past the counter you're at there. Zythra comes out from a side door and begins trying to lead you back to this boardroom.
But I'm totally playing the celebrity right now.
Mhm,
Like
mhm.
I'm very distracted by her, and I'm very, I'm not gonna be like manhandled. So
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
playing the difficult part.
Okay. They take you back to a very, very like lush kind of room. There's just like all kinds of food, drinks, and like a mini bar essentially, and like a almost infinity-shaped conference table with some very high-backed chairs around it.
You never see the end.
Inside the figure eight, like the hole shapes in the middle of the table, are two large sort of rotating projection screens, kind of like hologram screens, and a couple of paperwork lackeys basically appear. And Fenshaku sits at the head of the table. They gesture for you three all to sit at the other end, at the opposite head of the table.
I don't. I sit right in the middle, like annoyingly position
Just
myself
like with
as a
one
power.
arm
I
on
sit-
each circle of the 8.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like it's a totally a power move, sitting right in that spot.
Rich.
Fenshaku, Zaithra, I'm not going to bullshit you. We're here to test some of your latest weapons and possibly procure some, as we could advertise them on the internet.
Richard, what are you doing?
See? Where'd you say can?
I basically want to test some of their latest like weapons, and then get some of them as a sponsor so that we can advertise
Right.
them on the internet.
Where are you sitting?
I am on the opposite end of the table. It seems to go on for infinity.
Yeah, I go with D1 because they gestured for us to sit over there, so I'm going that
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and yeah, I would say that this is a normal occurrence. Like you guys are used to this. Like me
Yep.
being like, I'm gonna sit over here. He
Okay.
does this from time to time. It's annoying, but he does it.
You told me it gets the ladies hard.
I think those are the wrong things.
Checking database.
So a deal. Let's hear what you have to say.
Fenchaku is thinking. This is Fenchaku talking. Fenchaku's thinking about
God bless you.
some adverts featuring you.
There's a lot of potential there, I think.
I mean, obviously, the exposure alone is a value in itself for you to consider. I mean, just imagine the publicity you would get with your name attached to ours. We'd be paying to produce and release numerous adverts featuring you to your benefit. I mean, that in itself, quite valuable.
D1CK
Perhaps.
slams his hands down on the table. Stop bullshitting us. We're already famous. We're helping you.
Yes, the robot speaks true, but there's also something to be said of reinforcing that fame, perhaps.
I mean, clearly you're a rising celebrity. Undoubtedly. I mean, but how would you like to go from someone like Zathra recognizing you to everyone recognizing you? Can you truly put a price tag on something like that?
It would be a burden, I suppose. But yes, we could maybe do that.
Well, on behalf of Airbani Arms Limited, I'd be very intrigued to put together an initial advert package featuring you. We'd need to set aside some time to record a few things,
Of course,
try a few ideas, go back to
Yes,
the editing
yes.
bay, package it all up, and yes, the fame and celebrity would probably only grow from there.
I agree, and while that's obviously very important, I would expect, and I look over at D1CK and Richard, 2,000 credit as a bonus, of course, a signing bonus
For each of us,
you.
and we will advertise
No.
your products.
Not for each of us.
Don't worry.
2,000 credit total.
I am a computer and I know numbers. You're
Please
a
ignore.
meat bag.
I am speaking, and I say it like in a very pointed way. And of course, perhaps you would allow us
Talking to you, D1?
test some of your weapons.
I'm
If you would be
secretly-
so inclined, we would of course advertise exclusively with your company. And you would get a new rising star in the process.
Please make a diplomacy check.
I telepathically connect to Richard.
Fuck. I burned all my good rolls already. I know that.
2,000 credits is a bit outlandish if we're being frank with each other here, and honestly.
Well, let's be frank.
With the time I have nothing but frankness for you.
Please, be frank.
I'm
rude, by the
All
way.
bullshit aside.
Yes, Frank.
The publicity is valuable, sure, but it doesn't put credits on your stick. I understand that. Let's come to an arrangement.
Very well. What do you propose?
Would become a friend of the company,
Very well.
undoubtedly. folding
Oh, how
into
much
the
are friends worth?
corporate family tree, we could start you off with a base salary of,
That's great. I was wondering about that.
let's say, 100 credits a week,
Per day.
assuming the ad campaign continues to grow. We could take it further from there. In addition to this, we would offer you some of our more advanced stock through one of our actual warehouses down in the ring. We don't sell that shit here, mind you. With a 10% discount for being a part of the family.
20%.
Couldn't do more than 10.
Excuse me.
As I
Is it
stated,
only 100 for him?
your
Perhaps.
I ask.
your crew would be subject to 50 credits each as well. Obviously, you as the star would be at a higher value.
Oh, yes. Yes, your starship. Will do that.
The 10% is non-negotiable. As I said, my time is limited. The bullshit is removed. It's 10%. Take it or leave it.
We also require one prototype weapon you would like to feature on the internet.
We will, of course, use the weapons in a most advantageous way.
We're going
It
to be
would
making a big
have-
splash soon.
It
We-
would have your name on it to
We could
represent the company.
arrange a recording session. We'll put some boards together with a few pitches at the time, assuming that you participate well and the ads come out fine. We could potentially discuss a prototype weapon, but not until that day comes. Would that be
Of
the
course,
case?
of course, of course. We must build trust between us. So speak to me about
Absolutely.
growth. Growth with your company. I'm
Well-
curious. I understand starting, yes. I know I have one match. What is that to you and your grand company here? But as you said, a rising star is
Growth,
interested in
yes.
advantageous positions.
I'll
We
get the
we
deal.
will prototype a few concepts for this growth. One that could accompany this salary and friends and family discount we're discussing, and perhaps we'll come to an ongoing arrangement during this session. Now, we can put together preliminary paperwork discussing these initial terms, all of them with growth on the table, as you say, which could be discussed further upon our next appointment within the week.
Video.
Okay.
Are there people, like other people, like guards at the doors and stuff?
Oh yeah. I mean,
Or
there's
how's-
lots of interesting figures in the hallway that you pass. There are a couple lackeys in here furiously typing notes and drafting and updating legal paperwork as you speak.
Perfect. I snap at one of the lackeys. Hey, you there? Go get me an ale. Get one. Get one for my robot friend too. Come on. Go.
Obviously, Dick, Richard, sorry, will be, of course, the one to initially test the weapons for my own safety is natural. D1CK, of course, is our medical officer. That makes sense. And our agent. So,
I am the agent.
I like what you propose. I would like to add a couple of details, just minor details. As you would expect.
One of the lackeys who got up and went to the mini bar at the other end of the boardroom brings back an ale. Another one, along with Fenchaku, are listening. Addendum, sure. What are you proposing?
Number one, you will pay for our lodgings while we are here. Makes sense. We're here
is
to
a
help
necessity.
represent your company. After all, and this will be part of the recording process and the commercials, as you say.
You can film us at night.
We will do various things that will be very exciting.
He's talking about sex.
Number 2, of course, Richard will be responsible for the weapons that you provide. Makes obvious sense to me.
It makes sense to you.
Yes,
Why
initially.
why would we not want the star demonstrating
Yes.
our weapons
Of
in
course, I will use your weapons, but I'm not going to use a weapon that is a prototype without being tested by my man. Clearly, he is
Wait,
my
time out.
man.
He didn't mean that like that kind of way.
Exactly as I said it.
Zathra's long dark elf ears perk up at that correction.
We're not. At least I'm not those kind of man.
He's very clear, and I say it in drow. He's my manservant. That's what I
Right,
Oh,
say.
you put
right.
servant on the end?
Let's
But I
add
don't say it
the
in a way that he knows.
let's add the addendum since the prototype weapons aren't even a consideration until we film your first advert within the week. We can leave it as an addendum item for now. We will discuss it along with whatever pitch terms we come to at that time. Very good.
Very well. That sounds fine with me. I would also be interested in information, as it turns out. It's very relevant and important to me. Perhaps there are contacts
Shaku.
within the family that I could use.
I don't think
Particular
those are
manner.
these type of people.
Fenshaku is well connected.
Oh shit. Maybe they are.
Why don't you and I walk and talk while our lackeys finish off
Yes,
the
yes.
initial term paperwork? Let's walk up to the over to the balcony over here. And it's
Very
just
well.
like it's a nice balcony looking in on the eye at the rear of the Blue Rise Towers.
Okay.
Meetings are so boring, aren't they?
I
What-
hate them.
What exactly are you after here, Rue?
Listen, I'm gonna drop all pretense with you. I'm sorry for the charade. It's annoying. I irritate myself. I'll be frank. I'm looking for information. I'm looking into some concerns, and specifically with astro extractions. I was wondering if you could set up a at least an initial meet and greet. There's information that I seek.
We're not on the friendliest of terms with them, but if I did happen to leave an all access elevator pass out here on the balcony and return to my very important meeting,
I
and
suppose
who could
we could-
say what happens to it?
Yes, I get you fully and completely.
Well then, take your time enjoying the view, Rue, while you ponder the terms of our contract. I'll see you back in the boardroom
And
shortly. And he just
and
turns and pauses.
before I would of course expect and enjoy your discretion, sir. If you don't mind. In this particular matter at least.
He's just grinning
Yeah.
in a
And
knowing sort of way.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I want to do if I don't know if there's like a drow salute that means like for the family.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah.
But I do it in a way that he
Drow
catches
have a lot
it.
of like hand gestures and signals.
It's it's subtle, but it's a language unto itself. I would even say that
Yeah.
and I of course do that gesture.
Okay. He turns and leaves, and casually sets down basically an elevator fob, like you wave it in front of the scanner, and just leaves it on the table before heading back into the building.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead. You do what you're gonna do, and then I want to
Since I
call
know
you.
The D1 unit is trying to stealth because we're working a little magic over there together.
Yeah.
I fall
I'd
out
like
of
to
my
help.
chair.
I'd like to help by distracting. It only got an 8.
You left the meeting to go to the little cans room?
No, D1 slips out of his chair under the table.
Okay. He does not do a good job of that.
Can you get help?
Go-
Can you get support by?
Richard Pound could roll a stealth check as well in the idea of servicing distraction. Sure.
Oh Christ.
Okay. You get a +2 D1CK, giving you a 10.
Yeah.
Still no. You just still are making a bunch of noise. That's only partially masked by Richard asking for more drinks and slamming his fist on the table and all that kind of shit.
Just go to the little cans room. Go to the little cans room.
I'm sorry. I was looking for a place for me to relieve my motor oil.
Rue, you kind of are heading down the hallway back towards the meeting room.
Yeah.
Where you hear an audible D1CK.
I'm gonna just like burst into the room very dramatically, back into
Whoa.
character. He does this from time to time. Just let him, whatever. Dick, I would like to converse with you temporarily if you... Excuse me, gentleman, lady. And I smile when I say lady. Could you give us a moment, or perhaps if there's a room where we could discuss the offer on the table, perhaps?
Oh, of course. They kind of just gesture to like an adjoining room, 2 doors down. That's empty.
Okay. I take Dick with me, and I leave, and D1TK I assume comes with me, and
Yeah, I'll go with you.
but does. If you can come with me if you want to, or
I'm gonna go with you.
you can go. Okay. We go to the adjoining room.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast detect magic.
Okay.
Just as a
precaution.
as a arcana. It's almost like a gut reaction of I just do it. I detect magic. So dramatic.
You sense a variety of magical auras coming from the room you just left.
Okay.
But nothing in this room in particular.
What is?
I will also detect magic.
What auras do I
God damn it.
detect? What do I sense?
You detect the magic coming off of D1CK. It's so strong. I hate you.
D1 unit.
It's a cantrip. Be careful, I'll cast it again.
Please. Someone shut
what are
robot down.
what are the auras that we sense coming out of the room? Because I would. Yeah. Is there a way to know what we were detecting from the room itself?
I mean, you get the sense that like most of those figures in the room, at least Fenshaku and Zathra, had plenty of magic items on their persons.
Okay, so this is
their
normal.
Clothing. Yeah.
Yeah. I assume for a drow, this is normal.
Yeah.
This is like normal detection level. Okay. I was just trying to make sure if there's any like listening devices, thing of arcane nature that would.
Yeah, I totally got what you're putting down there.
Yeah.
Nothing that you can sense. No.
Okay. I look at both of them and I just say, okay, all pretenses aside, I'm sorry if I'm being a pompous asshole. It's kind of my nature. What do you think of this deal? It's kind of unexpected, but seems decent. Do you think we should push back for more credits?
We get a salary for free for doing nothing. Let's accept.
Dick was about to push a Rue into a wall and tell him to never call him a servant again. And as he put his hand on him, he just goes, I've seen better.
Have you seen better, really? Because 50 credits a week is not bad.
It's pretty terrible considering you get 100, you son of a bitch.
Well,
You're not the one testing out prototypes.
I don't require food, but I wish I could afford it, you asshole.
You could always take your extra virgin olive oil.
I don't know what you said because your mic cut out, but I'm so happy.
I said extra virgin olive oil,
Oh my
and
God.
I know how you like it.
That was
Yes.
supposed to be a secret.
Okay. It seems like a decent deal to me, and we, just so you know, we get connections. I think that it's worth it at the bare minimum, as whatever this fame bullshit is increases, perhaps we can renegotiate. And of course, I'll share whatever spoils we have.
Yes, of course you will.
Don't presume anything, D1CK. I will give as I see fair.
You
and
just
fit.
told me you would share the spoils.
Yes, and then you arrogantly assumed that I would.
I am your manager.
Be careful what you assume.
I murdered that man for you.
So, just so you know, we have access now to all floors within the building, which is fantastic. So we can, in theory, go see Astro Extractions if we want to recon more information.
We do. That was the main deal.
So, let's go sign this deal or whatever the fuck. Of course, I'm gonna dispute it, but let's do it.
Let's do it.
Are there any other amenities that you require or suggest, perhaps? And I
They
say it
will
with a
not
devious
give us
smile.
any.
No, I say it with a devious smile. Like, of course they're gonna pay for our hotel. What else do you want?
I suggest they take your salary down by 25 gold and give it to us so we are paid equally, you motherfucker.
I hear what you're saying. However, I recognize your skill, and I will of course compensate. But what do you require? Is there anything you require?
The password to the Wi-Fi.
There's like a long pause. And then that.
And Dick, what about you?
Well. I have something, but I don't think these are the right people.
Well, why don't you tell me, and perhaps we can make a deal or whatever.
Maybe a rocket for your sledgehammer.
Give me a suggestion. Plant an idea in my head. Come on.
Wait, so we're looking for weapon mods?
You can do anything you want. We're
I'm
getting
asking you
sign.
what do you want as a signing bonus is what I'm asking you.
Gotcha. Yeah. And my hammer's feeling a little less powerful lately.
All right. So I could make a couple suggestions.
12 pounds of lead.
I just put the can at the end of my hammer. My can-hammer.
Hammer.
Okay. We.
Oh, how about we should be able to be allowed into the building with our weapons from now on.
We have access. We should be okay, but I'll verify with that to make sure. Okay. We leave the room and we go back.
Okay. You return to the boardroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Patiently waiting.
a couple of things. D1CK suggests perhaps access to your network. At the very least, just your Wi-Fi password. Yes, seems fair. My friend,
We are on a closed internal network here.
of course, closed network, whatever. D1CK deals with all of this, please.
Yes, you will not be getting access to our corporate network.
We don't need access to the network, just
What about the
Wi-Fi.
guest password?
A guest
Sure,
password,
sure,
at the
the
very
guest
least.
network, of course, yes.
He would also suggest, and I whisper, I just kind of lean across the table and say, extra virgin olive oil, perhaps.
Thank you, my friend.
My friend Dick here. Are there any ways that you can modify? Can you provide us access to an armory of some sort with a family discount, perhaps, for upgraded weaponry? Yes.
We are the corporate headquarters of Erebani Arms Limited here on Absalom Station. We do
Of
not
course.
manufacture or supply arms in a
Of course
secure
not.
building where that
Of
just would not
course
be
not.
feasible. Yes, so
No.
as described, should
A
you
name.
show up at your appointment in about a week's time
Of
for the
course, yes.
actual initial advert campaign we will be putting together between now and then,
Yes.
we will at that time provide the amended contract as we described with access to one of our local warehouses in the ring, where you may purchase some of these additional arms at a discount for being a part of the family, as it were. And potentially we could talk, depending on how the campaign's shaping up, about anything additional beyond that at that time.
And of course, you'd be providing a name of the armorer or weaponsmith that provides these upgrades, yes.
Absolutely, and we will
Perfect.
be happy during this campaign development period to cover the costs of your residency here on the station.
Perfect.
We can take it case by case beyond the initial campaign.
Of
Obviously,
course.
depending on how these things proceed and how well the ads
I'm sure
are
they'll
received.
proceed very well, I'm sure. Okay, yes, sounds good. And the only other thing that I request, is a bouquet of flowers for your dear receptionist.
He kind of just smiles and raises his brow and throws a glance at Zathra.
That's my only personal request.
I will have one of our runners pick something out for her.
Is
No.
Zathra in the room?
Now,
The
will
nightshade. Give her the nightshade, please.
Of course, of course. And
Okay.
he just pushes the paperwork towards you.
Is Zathra in the room?
What's that? Yes, she's still.
Is Zathra? She's still in the room. I want to telepathically talk to her and be like, the flowers were from me. The flowers were from me, but I was too embarrassed. I hope you accept them.
Okay.
And I signed the papers.
Yes, salary. 50 gold a week.
Then Shaku smiles and says, would you like us to take over payment at your current accommodations, or did you have something else in mind?
It's okay, I suppose. Do you have any
Anything
contacts?
closer to the 21st floor?
Do you have any contacts within the eye itself, perhaps? It's a nice hotel, and I tell him very briefly about it.
Oh, yes. No, that is.
It's nice.
It's a nice place. Well, I mean, we could certainly upgrade your accommodations there. Maybe a higher
Yes.
floor, a private room, or at least a room that has a private master bedroom for yourself.
I need a private room, of course, but my fellows would also appreciate a similar upgrade. Sounds great to me.
Sure. We'll make the arrangements.
Very well.
D1CK requires a private masturbation room.
Please ignore D1CK. His circuits, I won't explain
Well,
it.
I have an
if you
overactive
need
USB drive.
If you need anything else, please just reach out to my people. Otherwise, we'll be in touch within about a week's time about the appointment for the initial filming. Sound good?
And just
Fantastic. He's like
before I sign it,
Mhm.
how long is this contract for? Is it a duration of time, or is it a certain number of adverts, or is it? I know this is getting real technical, guys. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
are
We'll go
wise.
fast.
Yeah, no, the initial contract talks about a series of adverts to be filmed in about a week's time.
Okay, like
the fine
10.
print basically says that anything that they film and is agreed upon by everyone will go into circulation to be used
Okay.
as much as they like. The payment that you receive is contingent upon their continued use of the material or a renegotiation for additional material at some later point.
Okay, and I want a percentage.
A percentage
Yeah, I want a percentage.
of what?
And also, I'm
Of,
ruler of Blue Towers now.
I mean, they giving you, they're offering you a salary and a percentage discount for
Perfect.
their wares.
Okay, then that's fine.
Which is the 10%.
That's fine. I won't
Alright.
push it.
Okay.
Yeah,
You're not.
considering going into this, not expecting anything, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Your salary now.
What are, it's getting
Are
late.
there
What
video-
what are your next moves here?
So, are there any like video feeds that they're doing that
Yeah.
are continuously recording, or is this like a just
They-
during the allotted time?
They
it's
are putting
recorded?
together a package of ideas, boards, and pitches that they plan to present to you in the follow-up meeting that should take place somewhere between now and a week from now.
Okay,
And they
perfect.
will be contacting you.
Okay,
is what the
perfect.
contract says.
So we have access now to the entire building, which is great.
Everyone leaves the meeting amicably, despite the shrewd looks being given to D1CK at the masturbation comments. But you.
It was a
are-
joke. I do not have reproductive
You
organs.
are kindly escorted out of Air Bonnie Arms Limited's corporate office.
But I give a
and
winning smile to
people will be in touch. What are the next?
Sagathra.
What are the next moves for you three? It
What if I
is-
did have those organs? You could suck them.
It is about lunchtime on day 2 in Absalon Station.
All right. What do you guys want to do? So I suppose we need to get information from Astro Extractions.
Yeah, we should go to Astro Extractions.
Casey, what do you think?
We're in the building.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
Let's go up to 74.
That next time.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So
I-
you board the elevator and take the floor to 74, and you get out in front of a clearly marked Astral Extractions corporate office. You see a very kind but sort of weathered-looking woman, just a single attendant behind the counter. She is a Lashunta, very professionally dressed, and very, very, very busy looking. But after typing on a handheld computer, she looks up at all of you.
You are 97% as attractive as Zayathra was on floor 27.
Hello, how can I help you? My name is Miss Jose.
Hi. Yes. My name is Rue Vendikar. I'm rather. Well, I'm well known, should I say?
She gives you a blank look, and we will continue next time in the lobby of Astral Extractions with you all and Miss Jose.
Perfect. That's a perfect response. I love it. I love pretending that everybody knows who he is and no one has any clue.
No one.
who he is.
Literally no one understands who you are.
I thought
He's making
maybe,
it up.
I thought maybe among the drow I stood a chance.
Yeah,
Nope.
1 out of 3 ain't bad, you know?
It's
Oh,
true.
he's pulled that more than 3 times.
I know so many times, so many times. I'm gonna keep pulling it too. You have no
Yeah.
idea.
You may
arrogance.
not know me, but I'm popular.
I'm
Head of
famous
the
and you will
class.
treat me as such.
Popular.